Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to tonight's episode of Ink of Fate, a primal Viking adventure. I am your Dungeon Master, KJ Potov, and today I am feeling pretty and witty and gay. Let's meet our fabulous players tonight. Starting with Elizabeth. Tell us who you are and who you're playing.
Hello, I'm Elizabeth. I play Ada, the Tusk cleric, wizard, magic person.
I don't know why my chat is not working, so if I don't respond to what anybody's saying in chat, I apologize in advance. Joanna.
Hello, I am Joanna. I play Ojeroon, the bewildered and reluctant. Well, I forgot the words. Wicker barbarian.
Lemma?
Flummoxed. Flummoxed is a good word. It's one of my favorites.
Flummoxed. Not many words that have a really good X sound in there.
Such a good word.
Nick.
Hello, I am Nick, and I play Cole, the Grim Marauder Fighter.
And Jay.
Hello, I'm Jay. I play Hap, the Squirrel Beastborn Warlock. And, let's just keep it short and sweet. Squirrels could be left or right-handed. So let's see what my little paws can get into today.
Can they be
Love
ambidextrous?
that.
They
it
can be
comes to
left or
habits-
right-handed.
Okay.
They can't reveal all their secret skills. Let's just keep some things to ourselves here.
Okay.
Okay, let's talk a little bit about our setting. Yeah, my chat is just not gonna work. So if anybody wants to put the little commands in chat for characters and fate, so we can get those little blurbs in there, we can add that. I apologize. So let's talk about the setting that we are in, the world of Grimnir. Ink of Fate is based on the Arcanum Worlds module, Raiders of the Serpent Sea. It's a Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition module with some 2024 rules that we're gradually weaving into our processes, and also some optional lingering injuries rules that we don't often talk about, but are very, very relevant and very, very impactful. Let's see. The world of Grimnir is Viking-inspired, though not necessarily Viking-accurate. It is inspired by Norse mythology. Everybody is part of raiding clans that all compete and raid each other for honor and glory and the opportunity to ascend to the halls of the slain. Everybody worships the gods of the Stone Court, which were part of a people known as the Vanir, who fought the Jotun in the Lost Lands and led the Exodus to Grimnir and this whole big long lore thing. Let's see. Everybody, when they come of age and throughout the rest of their life, they accumulate runic tattoos, usually on the wrist, though they can have it anywhere they want, that are meant to guide them towards their fate and their destiny, and guide them on their path to what they are meant to do. Grimnir is currently in its 3rd straight year of winter due to unknown causes, and these heroes have other problems that they need to deal with, because things are about to get complicated. So let's talk about where you're at specifically right now. Drifthall is upon us, the gathering of the clans. All the major clans have been assembled at the behest of the Volv, the seers that are revered by all of the raiding clans. So right now, delegations from every major clan and a good number of minor clans that are not usually very important and don't really get named a whole lot, are all here with representatives and people coming for this major political event. So Drifthall is made up of several events. There's lots of celebrating, drinking, storytelling, contests, but there's also mainly the gathering, which is the political aspect where they resolve conflicts, make plans for anything that affects multiple clans, and all of that good political goodness. So let's see. The party is specifically here because they need to get in touch with the Volv. Their mission since session 1 has been to inspect a tower, then report back to the Volv, and now they're finally able to do that. Specifically, that at the tower they found a mysterious young girl named Siobhan, who somehow came to Grimnir from another world. She's been a bit under the weather recently, stressed by recent events, things that confuse her, nightmares, Jotun sea serpents trying to kidnap her and drag her into the sea. and also some mysterious illness that seems to be ailing her. So Siobhan's not doing great, but hopefully the Volv will have some answers for you. Real quick, everybody's frozen on my end. Is that just a me problem, or I can still hear everybody, right?
Yeah, I think
And
everybody's
me-
good.
I think it might be a you problem.
Cool. Just making sure. Like, if I'm, cause like nobody's said anything for a while, so sometimes I worry it's like, have I gone completely disconnected and like nobody's able to get in contact with me and I'm just speaking into the void.
Nah,
So
we'd tell you.
You're good.
We'd
but how
let
do
you
you tell me
know.
if I don't have a connection? Like,
Okay, Jay, I'm not sure we have a
I
connection
have
here.
to check. Okay. See, I heard that. I heard that. Thank you. That helps.
I thought I'd be straightforward with you, you know.
That was great. All right. So
live tonight. No connection.
now, a particular reason that everybody is probably feeling a little bit fancier tonight, and why I actually enlisted somebody with a makeup brush to help me with my war paint today, is part of Drifthall is an event called the Beholding, which is where all of the clans dress in their Viking best and do feats of strength, performance, storytelling. They have their best skalds sing legends and tales. They bring out their best artists, dancers, whatever their clan is best at. So it's basically the Viking equivalent of a fancy ball or a masquerade, but you know, just more violent, more likely to lead to actual bloodshed. So certainly leaves everybody on edge, and it certainly brings underlying conflicts very much to the surface. So the party has made plenty of allies, but also plenty of enemies over the course of the events in the campaign, and also like in their backstories. So we will see who you run into as you explore Drifthall. Now, real quick, before we get into the exact moment that we left off on, just as a quick review of what Drifthall is. So Drifthall, if we can go to the map screen, is this big floating, almost a city. It's about the size of a small town, of boats from every clan circling a central floating island that is magically controlled by the Volv. So it's all these boats are interconnected with beams of wood, short docks, short gangplanks that connect all of them. So everybody's like hopping back and forth through other people's ships to get everywhere. Very much like everybody right on top of each other. So it has very much the feeling of visiting a town. If it weren't for the fact that you still feel the bobbing of the sea and you still feel the salt on your face. Let me actually get some sound in here. Let's see. There we go. We are on the ocean. We don't ever want to forget that. The ocean's literally right there.
Literally.
So,
Literally under our feet.
yes.
Sea serpents galore.
Yes. You never know what you're gonna
Please
find.
no.
Or easy.
True.
No
So things
problem.
seem fairly peaceful as you approach Drifthall. This bright, clear morning, very crisp, cold air, and you are greeted by a red dragonborn who seems to be a seer guard, one of the protectors of the Volv. She introduces herself as Fearcat, and invites you to escort her to the Volv's Hjemskip. I kind of want to show you what the boat looks like.
Please do.
So a Hjemskip
Holy
is basically, it's kind of like a double wide, double tall Viking ship. So it's like a floating building, essentially, about the size of
houseboat.
like. Yeah, it's a barge. It's, you know, you could basically build a tavern on top of it, which, based on like the chit chat you're already hearing, it does sound like there is an actual like mead hall that you can go to at Drifthall on one of these Hjemskips.
Fancy pontoon.
Yeah, very fancy Viking. So as you follow Fearcat, across these bridges and across these other boats. You head closer to the inner portion of the Drifthall, and she takes you to this massive skip. She like pulls aside a hide curtain to escort you in. The room is kind of dark, only lit by like a few small candles and some light peeking in from the cracks in the like between the wood planks. Along the outer walls, there's bas-relief carvings of stalwart heroes fighting ferocious, like serpents, birds, other monstrosities. At the centerpiece in the room, there's a round table that actually appears to be a woodcut map of Grimnir. You follow Fearcat onto this barge, and this smoky, candlelit room almost feels like a cavern. It just feels very enclosed when you get in here. In the corner, there's a raised dais on which there are two very elderly matrons and one middle-aged woman with like gray skin and tusks, all sitting on purple cushions. The room is lined with warriors wearing light purple robes, covered with like buttons made of bone and wood, just all standing very rigidly around the perimeter. They all have these like massive spears with these wicked iron barbs clasped in their hands. Another end of the room, you do see a younger girl, looks like late teens, early 20s, with like straw-colored hair. She's dressed similarly to the older women, but she's just sitting against a wall. Looks like she's doing some kind of like needlecraft. And behind her on a wooden shelf, there are like several what looks to be small wooden idols of some sort. The women on the dais, in unison, say, "Thank you, Fearcat," and they gesture for you to come further in.
Siobhan is with us, right? We have Siobhan with us.
If you brought her with you, yeah.
She better have come, man. We
I
traveled all this
gotcha.
way.
She's kind of the reason.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, we have Rolf. I feel like either Rolf or Cole has to be doing the greetings here.
Yeah, Hrolf is.
And Rolf was the one who's accepted this mission!
Technically, Rolf was
I'm just
the
gonna
one
be
who
nudging.
initiated.
If Rolf here, I'll be nudging Rolf. If Rolf's not here, I'm nudging Cole.
Rolf.
Hrolf is right next to you.
Oh, great! Hey, Rolf. I think you're up.
Yeah, as you look around to make sure you got everybody, you do see Siobhan is kind of like hanging back. Cotter, her wicker chair / cat, seems to be like holding back a little bit, and she seems a little bit nervous. Also, health-wise, doesn't look much better than she did the day before. You do notice that Skuld seems to have left herself behind on your ship, and most of the rest of pretty much the whole rest of your crew except for Hrolf stayed on your ship.
Cole will probably
so
be
it's
next
you all.
to Siobhan, just like not defensive, but protective, I guess, stance.
I think I'd also stay relatively close to Siobhan.
Cool,
Stand in
I don't
front of
stop
her.
moving.
Wait,
Can they even
Hrolf,
see Siobhan? All around
they're able to
her.
get a glimpse of her. She's not like completely obscured or anything.
don't
Hrolf
know,
does
a
lean
pretty
over to
tall
you.
tree.
Hrolf leans over to you and just is like, their title is wisest. Just be polite.
You be polite. You
Yes.
talk to them.
Yeah, but
I don't know
he
them
does.
except
He does turn to them and he says, "Ah, wisest Irsa, good to see you again." The woman who seems to be half orc, she says, "Ah, welcome back, Rolf. We see your new companions, though their faces are not new to us, for we have dreamed of you all. We have seen much, but the truth is we have not seen all. Please tell us of what you have discovered. Hrolf goes into a very basic summary of finding Siobhan, losing the ship to the War Clan. Unless anybody stops him, he's just going to give a rundown of his understanding of everything that happened.
If he mentions the head, I might knock into him a little bit because
We
that
did
seems
say we weren't saying anything about the head. We did say
Yeah.
that on the ship.
okay. Cool,
Yes.
cool. Because that seems like a too juicy of a fun reveal to do so now. That would be a waste.
Yeah, we could also, leave Cedric out. That would be fine.
Really? Because I would really like to exercise that asshole. That'd be great, actually. I mean, the bottom of the ocean is still an option, but up to you.
The Volv listen very intently. Actually, I do have art of Yrsa. Let me...
Art.
Give me 1 second. I gotta pull out the art whenever I can because, like, I'm a very visual learner. So, like, if I don't have a face
Same.
to look at, I don't know. Like... So, if you're
Love
picturing the
art.
Volv, you can picture,
Ooh.
Yrsa.
I also
Interesting.
All right.
I also might have mentioned before we left the ship to leave out the Wicker Village.
Oh, yeah, no.
Yeah,
Hrolf
we were never
completely
there.
skips
weird
over
tourist
that
destination.
entirely.
I'm sorry, say that again?
Yeah, it's not a really great
Hrolf
tourist destination.
skips right over that. He doesn't even mention Fren. He just completely skips over that part of the trip.
Good for you, Frall. See, I knew I could trust you.
Yeah, so far he seems to be pretty chill and pretty much in line with what you all were wanting to share. He doesn't mention the head. And
Are
then
we bad people?
No. Not trusting. It's different.
I'm glad I have had a positive impact on all of you.
And then, of course, there were the serpents yesterday that tried to drag her into the ocean, and the Volv seem very perturbed by that, and they seem very concerned about her health, and very curious about it. Yrsa reaches her hand forward and invites Siobhan to approach where they're kind of kneeling on their purple cushions. She takes Siobhan's hand and just kind of like closes her eyes and breathes for a few moments. And it kind of continues for almost an awkwardly long time. It's like, should we be here? Like, do we stay? Do we go? Like, she takes like several very long breaths as she seems to be like observing, sensing whatever information she's trying to get from Siobhan. Siobhan also looks awkward. Just nervous, like kind of looking around like, okay, I'm just going along with this. Yrsa looks at Siobhan and she says, "You are unusual, that is for certain." Okay.
I'm just gonna make a face at Cole, like,
I was thinking the
icon.
same thing.
Is this it? Like,
Odrun
all
just kind
that
of
for
sits
this?
back there with this look of like, no
Oh.
fucking shit.
Like, under my breath, I message Odrun. Is this how they usually are?
Couldn't tell you. I
My
avoid them as much as I
God.
can.
Let's see.
Yeah, so Siobhan seems to be like, and? like, pretty much in line with you all.
One mind.
Yrsa keeps holding her hand and continues, "You are not of this world. You're from far away." And she just looks very, very pensive. Anybody who wants to, go ahead and make an insight check.
I honestly wanted to make an insight check when we had the story about the giant. I want to know what that reaction was. Well, I'm assuming Peralta mentioned the giant. Alright, let's
I
see
didn't mean to
here.
roll with advantage, so.
Let's see how my dice are doing. Oh, yep, that.
Odrun's a bit too skeptical to even really do an insight.
I don't know what a druid's thinking, but it's not about this.
It is
This
wise,
is the
but
ball
not
that
room's
especially
survived,
steamy. It's like
man.
smoky in here. There's like It's really incensey in here. It's like messing with like your ability to even think. Let's see. Ada, you got 12. Yeah, they seem perturbed by like everything you're describing. And they you see that they almost don't react to the giant part because they're still reacting to the all the Volv are dead part.
Didn't they know that already?
Because
Yeah.
Apparently not.
Weren't they there?
you noticed that they didn't. They didn't know.
So they left before
first of all-
that happened.
Oh, these people.
Oh, they abandoned. If all those warriors were there, maybe they wouldn't have died. I bet they're feeling guilty as hell for that.
Sorry, I have
Perhaps
several
inner
pages I
monologue
just
is very
scrolled through to make sure I'm
judgy.
covering everything.
Half inner monologue is reflecting my outer one.
Man, why
yeah,
is their
they,
dream show mad? Jeez.
Yeah, you don't really notice anything else with like Siobhan. They actually kind of just leave her hanging. Like, it's like, wait, what? That's all you're gonna say? Like, other than stating the obvious. But they kind of circle back to what happened at the Well of Wisdom. And Irsa's like, we left before that happened. We only sensed that we were meant to start Drifthall early. We did not know that would happen. But we have persisted over the years and continue to persist we shall.
What made you sense that Drifthall needed to start early?
It is our duty to see. I don't know if I can explain the intricacies of it all to you, but it is how we knew that there was a tower that needed to be investigated. A tower that we could not see. We do not always know what the consequences of these visions shall be. It seems that some of us were spared the carnage that happened at the well. Now, you
Okay.
said it was a giant.
Excuse me, wisest.
Yeah.
Wisest. Pardon me. So, have you seen that Siobhan is connected to any of this, or have you seen that she is just an unfortunate victim in these events, and you can very nicely send her home by chance? Wisest. Any sight into that?
Siobhan is like nodding her head along with you.
Yeah, so important, not important.
Irsa turns back to Siobhan. She says, I am sorry, young one, but I fear that returning to your home, your land of origin, is not an option. I believe you are meant to be here, and your fates are entwined with these. And she gestures
Why
to
isn't
all
it
of
an
you.
option? How would it have happened in the first place if going back isn't an option? That's illogical.
The only way we know of being transported from one world to another is the Rainbow Spear.
What do I know about the Rainbow Spear?
Roll a history check.
Can I roll one too?
Yeah, no history. Yeah. This can also be religion.
To ask.
Oh,
No, like
mother.
Grim in the room, right?
I'm gonna be honest, I'm just gonna.
Dicey.
You know what? Screw it. I might as well roll. Let's see. Do I know anything about a rainbow sphere?
Could I
Any
try and roll
tavern
history
talk?
as well?
Wow, that
Sure.
tracks.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, this is how
Okay.
everybody can try.
Alright.
That tracks. It's either I've never heard of it or I only heard whatever the
Ooh.
most.
Oh.
Why
Cole
didn't you
knows
tell
what it
me
is,
about the rainbow sphere, Cole?
Because Cole
Me and
likes
Fern talk a
women.
lot.
So
Cole has my rolling energy from last week, and I
No
love that.
kidding.
Okay.
So I'm gonna start with Ada and then I'm gonna go to Cole. Ada, you remember a lot of Vanir lore, like lore about the Stone Court. You know that the Rainbow Spear was the item that was once owned by actually Loknir the Betrayer, but it was used to facilitate the Exodus, to transport an entire people from the Lost Lands to the newly formed Grimnir. So that's a fairly general knowledge bit of lore. Cull, you heard some fighters, possibly in your training under Medrash, the Dragonborn fighter. You heard that a couple hundred years ago, the Witch King rose to power. He assembled the Baindur against the raiders, and he sought pieces of the Rainbow Spear because the Rainbow Spear had shattered after the Vanir arrived in Grimnir, and so his goal was to assemble the pieces and bring, in theory, more Jotun and more monsters to Grimnir to help his conquest.
Huh. Well, I'd have succeeded considering what's happening.
But the Rainbow Spear has been lost for centuries, and it's shattered into so many pieces no one could ever possibly recover it.
Excuse me, Wisest. If that's the case, then how do you really think she got here?
That I do not know, unfortunately. We will have to cast runes again, consult the Stone Court. We will need to see. It will take time.
Cole
What
signs
is-
to Hab, and he just says, "There seems to be a lot of I don't knows with these people."
I'm just gonna roll my eyes in response.
Odrun asks, excuse me again, but you've said a lot that you need to see and that you can't see. What is preventing you from seeing? Isn't
I'm
that,
gonna sign
like
back
you
to
said,
Cole. Need
isn't
some
that your
glasses.
job?
I won't expect you to understand all of it, but a lot of it comes down to asking the right questions. Now that we have context, the right information, now that we have the information you bring to us, we can ask the right questions.
If you wouldn't mind indulging me, Wisest, what would be one of the right questions that you would actually ask?
She looks at Siobhan, and Siobhan actually looks a little bit quieter at this point. Yrsa looks at her closer, and she says, "We will need to ask why this one is so divided."
Please, can you define divided in that sentence?
Sorry, that's me laughing, not Yrsa. Siobhan seems to be at war with herself, to the point where her body is taking the brunt of it. It's probably why she's been feeling sick. I'm not sure why, but context certainly helps with the asking.
What's Siobhan's reaction to that?
Her brow is crinkled. She seems to be like listening very intently. Her head tilts a bit.
So should Siobhan stay with you to answer these questions, or
No
that
hap.
would certainly
Mm-mm.
no
No hap.
help if what?
I think Ada and Call are both like, no.
I mean, she's
yeah,
certainly
but the
welcome to
ship
stay
is
with
bigger
us.
than
I'm
our ship.
just-
Well, we can get a bigger ship. Didn't you just win it in a drinking game?
If she needs
yeah,
to
well,
stay,
these
then
are
I'll
probably
stay with her.
This is probably the biggest
No,
competition.
we're all
of drinking
staying
games.
together.
Siobhan, perhaps we should put this question to you. Do you want to stay? Or would you rather stay with us and you can come visit the Volv as needed?
She's thinking really hard about this.
And you don't have to decide right now. We can take you back to the ship and you can have a think about it and you can come back later. If that's what you want to do.
Do y'all think I might get answers sooner, or maybe get better faster if I stayed with them?
They seemed
I was
looks
gonna
like she
say
trusts-
yes, and now I'm leaning maybe.
Could Siobhan make an inside check on us?
I think Ada says, I don't think any of us can know the answer to that.
It's true.
That's a 15. So
I choose to fail. Mm,
yeah,
mm,
like whatever
Yeah.
signals you're trying to send to her, you can send to her.
Ojarun
Let's just say-
genuinely wants her to decide for herself.
Yeah, okay,
because-
well.
because the Volv just
Yeah,
said she was
I don't
at
know if
war.
we're all,
She
like-
seems to be at war with herself. Give her a chance to maybe make a decision for herself because she has not yet had that chance.
Alright, let's just be real here. The Volv. What race are they? Let me make my stereotypical judgments right now as a
It's
We've
like
got
a
squirrel.
bunch of different
half-orc,
races,
that much
I
we
think.
know.
Come on.
Yeah, yours is a half orc. One
Okay.
sec.
I think you had asked this question before, and KJ said there was a Beastborn among the Volv.
Mhm.
But they might be dead.
There had been.
Or being worn
Oh.
by that seer guard or what. I don't
Okay.
know.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I knew you'd bring it up. I wrote it down in my
Okay.
notes.
So the other ones are introduced to you. Groa is human. And you can actually see that Groa is a trans woman with like very long straight hair. And then
Yes, the
the other
flute.
one is
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
the
have
flute.
yeah. And then there's wisest Jirai, which she seems to be an elf, and she's missing the pinky finger on her left hand, which means that she's probably the vault keeper, who protected the vault that you found all that cool stuff in.
Okay, yeah, this is definitely some human
Have
elf
it been-
nonsense in our ward. They probably do meditation and yoga in their free time and burn a lot of incense. That's my impression of these folk.
What would Siobhan like to do?
Mhm.
I'm being very judgy. These are the yoga
Um,
incense burning people, I could just tell. In a war.
Siobhan's also human.
Unless she's
Just
I'm gonna think
Ada
about
is
it.
also very magical, so like it kinda still tracks a little bit. Sorry, Ada. A weird past human form.
Anyway,
I'm gonna
Siobhan.
think about it a little bit longer. I want answers, but you know, she doesn't say the rest. But she looks at you all like, oh, I want to go with you.
oh.
Alright, that's just
Um,
fine, and we can bring you back here whenever you want. Or whenever they're free, I should say. But
Oh yeah,
Wow.
can we get another flag, by the way, if we're gonna be doing this? Kinda lost the other one. Why is this?
Actually,
Please.
You've
Did we ever get
you've
that flag
actually
back again?
completed.
Good. Just say we lost one. We might as well get another one.
I don't think we get another
You-
one because we did the thing.
because I think we've done
You
it.
have
half.
completed your mission.
But now we
you
have a new
fly
mission of like
The flag
Siobhan.
of the Orn clan, I believe.
Yes, we have a flag. We have
Yeah,
a flag.
Can we
now.
just-
Thank you. I think we're good.
We don't know how to fly it. Like, can we like a pass card, like something, in case we need to bring Siobhan back? Because I'm just gonna look at the warriors. Do the warriors around the room have any sort of reaction to us? Like, do they like us? Are they give us trouble if we come back? Like, I want to try to sense out these people on the side. Like, can we have a token, something that's gonna make this whole back and forth easier then? Because my girl does not need to go through all of that. Let me rephrase this. Wisest. If we're gonna continue this questions, it probably would make it easier if we had a token that would indicate that we are in an ongoing project together.
Your quest is complete. You have reported back of what you found at the Tower of Kekel. You have brought the young one to us and presented her. Your duties are complete, though I would recommend you return our personal effects. I believe there's some things you might have found in our bedroom that I sense that you have with you.
Yeah.
I don't have any idea what you're talking about.
Cole pulls out the flute in the picture.
Okay.
I don't know what you're talking about. That was clearly from the giant.
It has
after
their
we
name
took care
on
of-
it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, there's like literally names on them.
Stop lying. We have the shit.
yeah. So what?
In
We're
fact,
raiders. Finders
Fiat,
keepers is
holding
rule
back.
number one. Literally,
Fiat,
finders
would you mind,
keepers.
I believe they have completed. Let's get them properly discharged, shall we?
One
Fearcat
question,
brings
if I may.
over.
I like that word.
Wisest.
They don't seem to be sending you away. They're just like taking care of a little
Sure.
business item. You all get each handed a sack of gold. Your party collectively receives.
I hate
uh,
this payout somehow.
So they pay you in platinum pieces, which adds up to 750 gold for the party.
Jeez.
They don't ask about the gold that we took from their vault or anything, right?
Nope, they don't seem
Good, they don't-
concerned about that. Actually, they were very concerned about like the charcoal drawing and like the flute, but
Idiots.
Priorities are so weird.
We do so well with figures of authority.
So wait, they don't. Just to be clear, why is this? You don't want to meet with Siobhan anymore? Like your business with her is done?
No, we still need to figure out how
We
we can
just
help her.
aren't going anywhere.
But your mission specifically and your obligations to the Volv are complete. You are
She wants
free
to stay with us.
But what if we
So-
feel that we have obligations to Siobhan, and Siobhan chooses to stay with us? Is that allowed?
You're welcome to pursue those, of course. We don't want to hold anybody prisoner or something ridiculous like that. We're not wardens or anything.
How many warriors are in this room right now? Just
Make an
Just for a
insight
quick
check on
count.
that. Have they ever held anybody prisoner?
There's
many
like
warriors is
16 guards. Go ahead and make an insight check. Yeah, Cole.
Yeah, I'd love
I want to
do
make an
that.
insight check on the warriors.
I'm gonna
around the room.
join.
That's a 20.
Okay.
I rolled a 23.
Ooh.
Oh,
I'm so confused by this nonsense.
Okay.
Hap is
What
just all
happened to the
sorts of
beast
flummoxed
board?
at this point.
Okay.
They're lacking
let's
beast board
see.
common sense. I'm just saying.
So if you're specifically at doing insight on like, have they
I was
ever
looking
kept
at the
anybody
guards.
captive? You saw nothing. You understand nothing. They are like flat faced. Human faces are weird sometimes. You know?
Interesting. Squirrels don't understand things.
As far as Irsa's
dare.
last statement, that does sound honest to you. It does sound like they don't intend to keep her captive. If you or Siobhan insist that you let her go with you, they're definitely not going to press it. And they do seem genuinely curious and invested in like getting more answers based on information you've told them.
Wisest, if I may, backtrack a little bit in our story. I have a personal interest in what has happened to the Orn clan. and
Mhm.
I would ask for judgment upon the Lutons. They caused the destruction of an entire people. They set off a volcano that should not have gone off and would not have gone off without their interference.
We all witnessed.
I second that motion. Is that how that works
Well,
here?
I don't know. I'm just going
that
for
is.
it.
I agree. This is not something that should be left unresolved. That is a matter for the Elder Linyal and the clan leaders to determine. But if you bring it forth at the gathering 2 days from now, it will certainly, particularly if you have witnesses, evidence, they will receive judgment.
Thank you.
Well, we need time to process things, not just to inquire of the future, but also to grieve those that we have lost, determine how to proceed. You all are welcome to explore the rest of Drifthall. You are welcome back here at any time, of course, if you would like to discuss things further. We will likely have more questions for you once we have more answers. In the meantime, you please enjoy the beholding, which is of course happening today. Hrolf is really startled. He's like, "The beholding's today? In 2 hours?" Oh, yes, yes, you've arrived just in time for it. Hrolf is like instantly panicked, and they're like, "Well, of course, we would be happy to supplement with a stipend to get you whatever you need from the market to get yourself
Money!
equipped
Sure, yeah, why
sufficiently
not?
for this."
Wonderful.
Money,
Fearcat
please.
hands more gold to Hrolf. And that should be sufficient for whatever you need to attire yourselves. Yes, please visit us again no earlier than tomorrow. We need to prepare. The clan leaders have actually requested a communing for this evening. And Hrolf actually, he was frantic a second ago, and he just kind of pauses, like, wait, a communing?
Say more.
Yes,
What's that?
they've... Let's see. I believe Ada, last time you got a pretty high history check on, like, what is Drifthall about.
I got a nat 20.
Yeah, so you would know that one of the events that can happen at Drifthall is something called the Communing, which is where all the clans give some small, like, physical sacrifice. Usually, like, gems, weapons, gold, like, small things, like maybe an animal. And they ask the Stone Court a question about something that affects all the clans. So usually it's like when the clans need to band together and decide, are we gonna go like start a new settlement? Like, is this new clan trustworthy? Like, it doesn't happen at every Drifthall, because it's kind of a big deal to like just directly ask the Stone Court to like compel them to answer you.
Man, I got nothing else to
But
do.
but yeah, so it usually happens like right at the end of the beholding, where like after all the festivities of the day, there's a procession and everybody gathers at the Mother's Eye in the middle, to witness the Volv ask the Stone Court a question.
Is the question determined ahead of time? If all the clans are coming together to call for it?
Yes. They're concerned of how the clans might stop the long winter.
Wouldn't it be better to ask what's causing it?
Well, we will make sure the question is phrased so that we can get the most information possible, but certainly we do want to figure out how we can take action. The clan leaders suspect that it is unnatural and that the clans as a whole perhaps may be able to halt it in its course.
One can only hope.
Are there any clans that have been particularly outspoken on this issue?
Well, the Natal clan are certainly under quite a bit of strain from hosting Drifthall. They're providing food and drink for the entire event, and it's put quite a fair amount of stress on their resources. They've had to borrow from the Tavar clan, who are also struggling. Their farmlands are suffering. It's difficult to harvest anything when you have no spring growing season.
True.
Well, Rolf seems very antsy. It's like, okay, thank you very much, Wisest Irsa, Wisest Groa, Wisest Jirai. I am going to take these 5 and get us all ready for the beholding. We will see you at the communing, and possibly tomorrow. Anyway, everyone, let's go.
I feel like Rolf just turned into our kindergarten teacher.
A little bit.
Just a bit.
He certainly seems very antsy about
Looking pretty.
Yeah.
Love that for him.
He
Seeing his
I do too.
girlfriend.
His girlfriend.
Yeah, so the activity on Drifthall is starting to pick up. There's like people bustling back and forth. Some of them wearing like beautiful furs, or they have their faces painted, or like really fine bone pins holding their hair in elaborate hairstyles, or lovely beads on in their beards. Let's see, what's good music for this part?
Yeah, that's cool and all. I want to take my part of the stipend and not spend it on clothes. I want to see what other goodies we have. So y'all look pretty. I want to find more fun stuff.
So Hrolf is actually kind of almost like half dragging you all back to your ship, and he's going, Tiff! Taff!
No!
Emergency!
I can grieve my own fur! Don't freak them on me!
It's too late. Tiff and Taff are already upon you. They're like,
Oh,
what is it? The beholding's today. We only have 2 hours to get everyone ready. And they're like, and they're like freaking out. All right, so tell us, what's the vibes? What are we going for? What is the look? Tell me what you want to convey. What do you want to say with your appearance? Give it to me.
I'm good. I'm just gonna take my little squirrel hairbrush and go off to the side and be like, don't touch my fur. It's laying the way I like it. Go away.
Understood. You might
Climb up to the top.
wanna-
It's like I like brush up my fur a little more.
Ooh, I bet she would love some of the trinkets that we got and some of the jewelry. It would look so great with her fur. Oh my gosh. Like,
I'm still at the top here. With my sapling.
on it. I'm
Brushing
on
her
it, Tiff.
fur.
Okay. Keep talking. Tell us the vibes. Odrin,
Yeah,
what vibes
guys.
are you going for? Tell us the vibes. We'll put an outfit together. We got you.
I mean, I have some things that I brought with me. I have a nice shirt. Okay. Do you actually want me to tell, or what do you want me to do? How are we doing this reveal?
Yeah, don't. Don't give away everything, but like say like what do you want your
Vibes.
outfit to say, and they will pick out basically the outfits you all design between sessions.
There we go. Okay. I want something that says bougie nimbo is the word I come up with, which is the gender neutral term for himbo bimbo. It's a nimbo.
Absolutely.
Bougie nimbo.
Full
is kind
nimbo,
of
we
where
got
we're
you.
going. Yes, full nimbo.
Yes, 100%. Yes, I see
must
the
must
vision.
show the muscles.
Okay, yes. Cull, what are we saying? What is it giving?
He's so overwhelmed. It kind of like nudges Rolf. You're supposed to be scary, right? Intimidating.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay. Terrifying, but in a good way.
Yes, 100% yes. Understood. Okay, scary in a good way, but like love you, fear you, I don't know. We'll see. Ada, what do we need to slay? What have we got?
Okay. Well, I have to be in my human form, and I'm not really loving that these days. So we need like the kind of scariness that I normally have in my tusk form. We need that. And I also probably have to talk to my ex, and it ended badly at some point today. So that needs to work out well.
They are fascinated. They are super into this. They like
I was
almost
trying to say nothing
scream.
else.
Wait, what about Rolf? We need Rolf. I need to know Rolf
I have my
5.
outfit all prepared, actually.
No, but what is it giving? What is it saying? Is it saying love me? Is it saying fear me? Is it saying
You
please come
carry
back
that
to
with
me?
you
Is
everywhere?
it saying I'm sorry, I was on a big adventure and did not see the love
It
of my
is
life?
saying
Like,
hero. It is saying hero of 500 raids is what it's saying.
What? Only
Trust
500?
me, you'll see the vision.
Only
What about a
There's a
500?
vision. I've already got it.
Are you sure it's
Okay.
not 1500? Like, that
No
seems so
butts
much
out.
better.
Anyway, Tiff, Taff, off to work. Here's some cash. Let's go. All right.
Yeah. I don't need a new outfit.
All right.
Bye.
So, Tiff and Taff are bustling. They are nonstop. They run over to the market, Skip, where there seems to be some stalls set up. You don't even get to look at it because they're back before you even have a chance to figure out where they went.
That's so sad.
But they're like dragging things out of. It looks like they have a bag of holding that you didn't even know about, and they're pulling out like a whole wardrobe of stuff of
Where did you steal
various
that
like
from?
colors. What? We brought this with us. We've always had it. Yeah, this is just our regular day-to-day wardrobe. What do you?
Oh,
God.
wonderful.
Anyway,
So
I
happy
think
for
this
you
is.
all.
I think this. Yeah, this color definitely says Tuss. We got you. Okay, so yeah, this will go great with you. Okay, we got you. It's a flurry of fabric, furs, jewelry, makeup, war paint. It is just all over. Everything's like spinning around and spiraling. You're like dizzy trying to keep up with them. All right, so I'm gonna reveal some lovely, fancy Viking outfits in the roll 20.
Viking time.
Also, I will say, while they're doing that, Odrun would take a little bit of some of the gold that we've gotten, just like a little nugget or something, and grind it up and mix it with some stuff to make it like gold war paint, and would start using it to like if you look at my character, like we've got some gold down here kind of dripping down the face a little bit. And anybody who wants a little bit of gold on their face or something to really be shiny, Odrun would definitely be
let's start with I'm gonna show it in the I'm gonna show it in the roll 20. So Odrun, tell us about your outfit.
Alright, well, Odrun here, one of the things that I mentioned right at the beginning that I haven't brought up since because we've been in a coat is Odrun is fucking tatted. It starts here and it goes down the arms in winding vines and everything, and so they'll go along and they'll paint some gold leaves on there to add some more dimension. And of course, leave the sleeves open so we can show off the guns and the really great kind of metal detail on the gloves. Kind of going a little like open up here and like a little shiny on the shirt and a little sexy, even though we are totally asexual here, but we want to look sexy. We don't care. Flowy pants, really nice leather boots that you have no idea how they've kept them that nice this whole trip, because they've been in a bag, but somehow they have been kept nice. But yeah, so we're going for the sexy nimbo and guns.
Amazing.
Big guns.
Amazing.
All right, Ada, I'm gonna show yours. Let's talk through your look.
So went with like a purple, and Ada's tattoo, we haven't talked about this, her snake tattoo, has started crawling up her arm, and it's cold, so no one's really seen that. Added. We have like a little bit of a thing that we're like, oh, it's cold, but we're pretending it's not, and that feels like a power move.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Mhm.
and added some more paint. I'm abusing the light cantrip, and we're making the crystals on my staff look kind of like an aurora borealis. Great.
Love it. Oh my god.
Yes.
Fantastic.
Looks so good.
Hap, what have you put together?
So the thing is that I didn't technically prepare a special outfit for this event. It's that when I actually leveled up, I had the ability to make an armor out of leaves. That is legit a thing. So like this has been slowly developing prior to coming here. So when I'm insisting, don't touch me, my fur is fine, it's because I've already kind of looked like this. However, the difference is now I am showing a lot more of my burn scars. I have a lot more leaf decorations, and they do have a silvery tinge to them. I've also updated my ears to be less mouse-like, so ignore that. So yeah, no fancy, just more au naturel and my true self here. But yeah, my fur is fine. Thank you very much.
Tiff and Tap do offer a number of colorful beads.
I will take some of them.
Okay.
And steal the rest
Cull.
later?
Cull, tell us about
Okay.
your look.
We'll see.
Strut your stuff.
Cull's vision of intimidation is not protecting your most the things that can get you
Right.
killed the most, like
Oh
directly
shit!
like in the chest or like your upper legs and stuff. That like not protecting those is the image of intimidation to Cull, because it's like I could kill you either way without armor.
Oh wow!
You could have a direct shot, I'd still kill you. And also, he looks really hot.
Yeah.
He does.
Make sure we see the. Let's look at the leg slit there.
I
It's like an open
Yeah.
back too. I wasn't able to
Mhm.
show all angles, but it is like fully open back.
Yeah.
It is like, yeah.
Yeah,
It is
Oh
so
wow!
it's like an open back dress, so like you can see like kind of like his like stripes all across him, and he still has his swords, so it is scary. And it's like a V-neck that goes down to his belly button. But yeah, and also he has like these bracers just to like, like Druid accentuate the guns. And some earrings that Tiffertaff probably pierces ears. And then
yeah.
I'm in love. Oh my god.
Wow, that's real hot.
That is
That
really
is actually
hot.
real hot.
Very fun.
I thought it was gonna be black, but I was right. It was prettier,
Oh yeah.
but not for
You
the
were-
reason I thought.
You definitely got it right with
Okay.
prettier.
that was hard to keep a straight face when you said that.
You said I was covered in leaves. I had it covered in camera, man.
So, yeah, you all kind of pause when you see Cole come out, because like, oh my gosh, that's like sexy but scary. Like that's exactly right. And then like from behind like a sheet that seems to have been propped up for like a semblance of privacy, Rolf comes around the corner and he's wearing a purple dress with a low V-neck and a backless and a big leg slit. And he looks at Cole and he looks down. Well, one of us is gonna have to change. And he just like walks back around the curtain.
Please, I need to know what Siobhan's doing. I need to know what
Cole
Siobhan's
just looks
thinking
really
about right
nervous
now.
and looks around and he's like, am I the one changing?
No.
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 No,
Rolf just
like,
went
Rolf
to
is
change
already
your
fine.
mind.
Like-
Been here before.
Rolf's
I'm
already
just
in
looking at you like,
Jamaica.
who do you think has to change? Really? Really?
You look
I
fat.
No,
did it.
Rolf
I
comes back out.
If we ever get any
ends up
super
wearing,
fans,
like-
I want that art, by the way.
Dude,
If there's
for
ever
real.
anybody out there who finds this later and gets inspired, that's the art I want. I want
Okay,
Rolf.
look, I can't describe
and
every
Rolf,
single
and he's
crew
matching
member, but Rolf does come back out wearing like he's basically like shirtless with a good number of like runic tattoos on display, like more tattoos than you knew he had. And he has like almost a skirt of furs that still leaves a good portion of his legs visible.
Of course.
But he does have like his axe like strapped to his back with like a big strip of leather all the way across him. So, and he has like some runes on part of his face for his war paint. And he has his hair up. Siobhan is like, I don't know. What do y'all think I should do?
Whatever you want.
I don't know. Rolf has an extra dress.
Tiff and Taff, I'm thinking fairy princess for her. Give her something she'd never have worn. Never would have
Probably
worn.
something
No,
warm,
no.
Probably something like cozy, to be fair.
Okay, we could make her. Ooh,
I don't
we could make
know
her
if
our queen
Siobhan,
when
if
she's on the throne. Make her our little queen.
What does the princess say?
That's true.
Yeah, so there's like a Tiff and Taff tornado, and like, in what feels like seconds, they reveal Siobhan sitting on her wicker chair. And let's see, I actually did not plan this ahead of time. I'm actually trying to think through. So they do get her in kind of like a fur shawl. So like, just like a small cape, of furs. They do have her hair very intricately braided. They found like some ear cuffs they're able to like hang on her ears. She has like just a little like 2 little stripes of war paint on each cheek. And it's actually like a really lovely dress. Like when you picture like Viking woman dress, like she's wearing one of those, but like with the fur cape, she does kind of like hold herself kind of regally in her chair.
Oh.
It's actually like very lovely, like deep blue.
Nice.
Yeah.
Is Skull participating in this whole shenanigan?
Oh, come on!
She does accentuate her eyes with like some purple kind of feathered war paint. She ends up leaning a little bit towards Cull's style. She's also backless, but it's more like a halter top front. And it's in like a really dark slate gray. And with like yeah, she still has like a pauldron over one shoulder, so like and she definitely has like her magic sword that you all gave her strapped to her hip. So yeah, it's maybe like marginally toned down from Cull's, but with it being backless, you do very clearly see the 2 long scars that run down each like both of her shoulder blades. But she's like standing very proudly, and she does she ends up not taking any jewelry. Like she just has the war paint, and she just keeps everything else very plain.
Nice. Odrin would also kind of lean over to Siobhan and just say, "You look very lovely. How do you feel?"
Feel pretty good. You?
Not bad. A little cold, but kind of makes everything stand out a little more when you're,
Yeah, I don't mind opting out of the bare arms, bare midriff part. I'm staying cozy and warm right here.
And that's exactly as you should be. The rest of us can
Like, I get
suffer
it.
for
I
our
get the
art.
toughness. I appreciate it.
I'll regret it in about 3 hours. It's fine.
No, you won't. Not
See,
after you see your
If we're
ex.
talking, so like, in what bad way? Like, we need to kill them bad way?
Oh fuck.
Yes, is this like,
No.
do we need to do something? Or is this just a you thing? Or do you
Yeah.
need help?
I can kill it. I can
Okay.
kill a guy.
I
Yes,
can kill a
we
girl.
Yeah, that too.
I can
I
kill
can
a
kill
man.
an Yeah.
Okay.
Which one is it?
Okay, her name is Ragna. I
I'm up.
messaged her. I need to talk to her. I haven't talked to her in like more than 3 years.
And then I kill her?
We're not killing her yet. We will definitely be killing her father at some point. But we're not doing that here because we need to take care of the Luton for the Orn. That's what we're doing here. We're not dealing with
Wait,
my
who's her?
shit.
Who's her dad?
Oh, his name's Gunnar. I hate him.
Okay. What clan again? Remind me.
Luton.
Oh, okay, that's cool. That's cool. Yeah, no problem.
Okay, so we all have a reason to hate Luton. That's good. That's good. At least we all agree.
Oh, for sure. Yes,
Mhm.
definitely.
Yeah,
Um,
every kid's probably an asshole in their own way. To be fair.
So are you looking to
He's-
embarrass her incredibly?
No,
Push her in the water.
Her father is the one that Senric paid off, and she was there.
Push him in the water.
And she was
And I
there.
need to know. I need to know what she knew about it.
Yeah, we do.
Should I
So this
kidnap
isn't.
her then?
No.
Oh.
What we're going to do is I'm going to tell you 2 things, and in exchange, Hap, you're going to let me have a private conversation.
Nothing's more private than a kidnapping to a secluded location. I got you. I know what you're trying to tell me.
Just clarification. So this isn't Princess Revenge dress?
It kind of is.
Okay, good.
Yes.
True.
Yes.
True. We need more.
Yes.
We need more of that gold shiny stuff to put on Ada.
Oh, God.
Yes.
Extra
Yeah.
pretty.
Ooh. Let's accentuate your abs. We can do some abs, and then
Ah!
we can give you really nice
Ada
cleavage.
does not have abs. Ada does not have abs.
Not
Give you
yet.
really nice cleavage. Yeah, I'm gonna give you golden abs, girl. It's fine. I've got this. Just painting, listening as Ada's talking.
Paul probably puts like 2 dots because I put that on his model. I didn't even know.
I steal more of Trippitage beads and then
Oh my
put
God.
them in Ada's hair somehow.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Things.
Amazing.
Yes. Senric paid off her father to kill the people who adopted me. There's a whole lot more there. I need to know what she knew about that whole thing because she didn't tell me about it.
Yeah.
And then she was
Yep,
there.
sounds like a bitch.
And I
Ada,
need
have you
to
put
know.
your ring back on since you left the Wicker Village?
Yeah, I put it on before we went to the Volv because I didn't want them reading my mind because I don't trust them.
You hear a faint whisper of, "It didn't even cost me that much, only a few hundred."
You, Senric. God.
Is there a way to put him back in a body so I can fucking punch him?
Or kill
I don't
him.
even know what he
don't
just said,
know.
but I just want to punch that smug bastard.
You should.
We're gonna have to figure this out.
I know.
No, I mean actually figure
Right.
out how to put him in a body so I can beat him to a bloody pulp.
Oh, okay. I thought
That's
you meant
what
more
I
generally
mean.
figure out what the fuck to do with him.
No,
Okay.
I just mean put him in a body so we can maim him. Maybe make him our new, ramming post. We can use him to ram other boats. He's got a hard enough head.
Hrolf chimes in. All right, everybody. Sounds like we're all ready to behold. So at this point, you're able to go pretty much anywhere you want. Go visit. I recommend visiting as many clans as you can. You never know what they're going to be presenting. It's always very exciting. But definitely get around to all the exhibits. Maybe do some shopping. And have fun.
It's
There
just
are
like
well,
a wander about.
Performances, whatever showcase thing they're doing. It's all, to intimidate each other, to impress each other, to impress the Stone Court. It's all. This is where we get all of the pomp and showmanship and pizzazz out of the way before we have to actually sit down and talk politics,
Does anybody
I
want to go
always-
to the
I
Orc
can-
with me?
Probably should figure out if the Orin have a sacrifice tonight.
Oh, I bet they do.
It's the
I
goat.
don't know.
Oh, I sincerely doubt it's the goat. Because the goat
That's
wouldn't
one way
really
to
die, so
sacrifice
it's not
him.
really a sacrifice, is it?
Oh, that's true. But it could be. See, this is the thing about the goat.
I know the goat.
Yeah.
The
We can move on.
everlasting goat.
You think we can get the goat back?
I'd rather
Okay.
not have
That's
that
the
thing
Orin
screaming
clan.
every morning.
This is
So
fun, goat.
Odrun wants to go to see the Orn. Is anybody wanting to split off somewhere else?
Well, I would like to, at any point, not be next to one of those wolf creatures, if possible.
In contrast, I want to find Athels at some point.
Ew.
I'll go with you then.
No.
So how about we go see the Orn and then we can go see the War?
Cole, where do you want to go?
Cole wants.
No! Don't say the Ord in the war clip. Don't say the Ord in the war clip.
No. Cole wants to go find something that might help Siobhan, or at least lift her spirits, like some calming herbal tea if they have that here.
Matt,
And
I love
on
you.
the
You're way better than I am.
down
Hey,
low,
Evan,
a loot.
can you
Great,
come
I'm gonna
grab
go
this?
call.
He's
Let's
gotta
go.
split up. Okay.
Alright. I'm gonna start with Ada and Odrune, and then we'll pivot to Cullen Hap. Let's see.
Ooh. Also, side note, we should totally spy on Brawl to see where he goes, because I'm kind of curious. FYI,
Love that
in the
idea.
background, I am gonna be trying to find Brawl to see where he goes.
Okay, we'll
Okay.
we'll kind of keep we'll keep an eye out, and we'll make sure that we tell the other if we find him.
Okay.
Understood. Okay, so Odrune and Ada, yours is easiest to get to because you're right next to the only other longship here that has Orn colors. You see just a single Orn longship with a tattered, well-used banner with the great eagle like fluttering in the wind. You see just a handful of warriors just kind of like sitting and like looking outward at the churning sea. They seem like kind of on edge. Like they're like looking and trying to like stare out at the horizon. There does seem to be two artists that are working on what looks like a new bas relief wood carving of some kind of scene involving a very large tree. But it looks like most of them are kind of gathered around what looks like their raid leader looking outward at the ocean.
Anybody I might know? Is Finn in there, maybe? Or
You don't see Finnan, no.
that's too bad.
The one you recognize is Oda. She's Halfred's cousin, an elf. Halfred is one of the people you rescued at Falagur.
That was the one we got the tools
so-
for.
Yes. Yeah, so Oda is her cousin. She's fairly high ranking within the Orn, probably the highest ranking person you're noticing in this immediate group.
Well, hello there, Oda. I'm glad to see you survived everything.
Odrune, glad you can make it. You're the first ship we've seen. We've been getting kind of worried.
Yeah, were you there when everything happened?
When what happened?
Oh shit.
Oh my
Oda,
god.
Okay, and you...
well, you need to sit down. We're gonna have a talk. Can we get some meat? We need something, please.
A
Something
lot of
heavy.
meat.
We cast exposition.
Yeah. Yeah, you go through the whole tale of the volcano, the buried city, what you found in Falagur, who you saved. By the end of it, the woodcarvers have stopped carving. This music is too cheerful!
This is too cheerful for this.
Yeah.
Oh, goodness. Give me a second.
Well, so much for having Orn witnesses.
The other ship.
They're all just like in shock. The woodcarvers have stopped carving. Yeah, they go quiet for like quite a while. And she's like, but Halfred made it out. You
Yes,
got her
Halford
out.
made it out. Halford made it. We
And,
sent
and
everybody
Liv and
to
Finnan and a few others.
Liv and Finnan. Yeah, actually, Liv is with us. She's back on our ship. If you wanted to say hi, she's back there. So we're just
Yeah.
literally right behind you.
Mhm.
So she's
Yeah,
there.
of course.
Yeah. That's one of the main reasons I actually came here, other than helping helping my friends with what we were doing is I wanted to seek judgment for the Lutens for what they did.
Has anyone tried to reach Finnan? I could try.
I assumed the message would go to Falagar, but if nobody's there, then I don't know if they received the message. I would love for them to be here. Their witness would certainly help the case.
Would you be willing to try? I didn't even think of
course.
seeing if Finnan would know.
Of course. Is there anything specific you want to tell them, him?
Him.
Can't remember. Okay.
Oda, anything you think he should know? I mean, I'm not really high ranking.
Well, well, that's the thing. The list of survivors you gave me, it seems like according to hierarchy, that would make me the interim Lineal, at least for now. Gods, this.
I'm so sorry.
Okay.
I wish it wouldn't have been me, but at the same time, I'm glad it was me that you found this out from.
Yeah, tell Finnan we'd love to have him here. We could really use his input on this.
Okay. I'm going to cast Sending to Finnan. If someone can help me count to 25, that would be wonderful.
I'll do my best. Do critical role style.
Please. Hello, Finnan. I'm with Odrune and Ola, and we're Drifthall. The gathering was moved up. Can you be here quickly? At the Naddle clan.
You feel the magic leave you and get sent off. And he can reply, right?
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, one sec.
We counting?
Understood. We're on our way. Hold tight and don't lose hope.
How
Sorry,
long?
did that echo?
Yeah,
Yes.
it
In like an interesting way.
There was like a double. Sorry.
little. It was a good echo.
Okay.
So not to lose hope, he's on his way, and to hold tight, but didn't give any kind of time. And then didn't the Volv say that in 2 days is when the gathering and the judgment will happen?
I think it was about
Unless
then.
they prolong it for some reason. It's
So we have to hope
Not-
he makes it, or bide everyone's time.
well, I have known the clans to be persuaded to wait when there's reliable evidence pending. For a judgment on an entire clan, they are not likely to pass judgment swiftly unless they had sound evidence.
That's good to hear. Alright, well, here's hoping. Maybe later on you could ask him if he has a timeline.
I could try again right now.
If
don't know
only
if
if
he
it's
knows.
not going to put you out. I don't want to use too much of your magic or put you too over.
Maybe before bed.
Yeah.
If we can. Okay.
That would be great.
If you like. If you like, though, I would assume it would take them probably about a week to get here.
Unless by
Maybe
some
a week
miracle
and a
they
half
found
if the
out
winds are
beforehand.
unfavorable.
I know.
Well, anyway, enjoy the beholding, I guess. We'll be here and see if any other ships make it back.
Can I take a look at the carving that they were doing?
absolutely. Yeah, you look at it and it looks like they're working on depicting the world tree. Um, you see massive branches and then an orb with what looks like sort of a viewed from the side map of Grimnir. You see a little array of skeletons kind of beneath it within the bubble. And you see the sun and moon orbiting this orb where Grimnir rests. Um, and go ahead and make either a religion check or an investigation check. And both of you can do this.
Alright, we'll try this.
That was a nat one.
That one.
It's beautiful.
You've been having a very heavy conversation. Yeah, you
It's
just
shapes.
notice they're putting a lot of detail into it. It's very intricate, very beautiful. It's not finished. They seem to be doing it. It's almost like live performance art that they're like actively carving it like as people are visiting it. So like you can visit periodically throughout the day, but it looks like they haven't put enough detail for you to see much more than what you've already seen.
Lots of pretty shapes.
This looks beautiful.
Like it's going to be epic.
This looks beautiful. It's gonna be amazing. Please. I know with what you've just heard, it's very hard to keep your spirits up. But do it in memory of everyone. I'm sure they're all looking in and seeing it.
Meanwhile, Hap and Cull, you are. What was your first goal? Like cheer up Siobhan?
Find something that would make her
Okay.
happy.
Cool.
And also, like,
Um,
constantly keeping
yeah.
a lookout for any Loon Clan members that either of us know.
Fair. Both of you make. This can be survival or investigation or persuasion if you want to ask people for directions of places you can go.
Let's see. I'm probably. What? I don't know why Roll20 decided to like pull one of my character sheets. 1 second. I'm gonna go with persuasion because I can talk to strangers. Yay! Look at that. I can totally.
Not me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cole, it's crowded here. Like there's like weird smells and stuff. Yeah. You both start moving around with Siobhan, which first thing that impresses you is Cotter is very shockingly dexterous across all the little narrow wooden bridges and gangplanks that are connecting all the ships. So it looks like Siobhan's having no trouble getting around. So you start making your way like counterclockwise around the inner portion of Drifthall. And pretty much the first place you get to is there's a, let's see, do you see the ping? There's like a marketplace, like an open air barge that's full of like tents and stalls. And then right next to it is what looks like somebody literally just like built a mead hall and put it on a pontoon. And now it's like a big floating mead hall, like literally right there. It looks like the Tavar clan is running that one, not the Naddle. You can see what looks like a cafeteria run by the Naddle a little bit further down.
I think Cole would turn to Siobhan and just be like, "We're first."
I want to look at everything. Let's see. Oh, did you pass anything really crazy to look at on your way over? Let's see. You passed the Hallharn clan. So as you pass the Hallharn delegation, it looks like they have several like skalds and storytellers. Like looks like they're telling stories about like the Stone Court and the Vanir and the Lost Lands. let's see. The marketplace seems to be the first thing that catches Siobhan's attention. And there is a lot to catch attention. It looks like there's representatives from like every clan here. That everybody has their own little like stalls set up. Yeah, not for like major deals, but at least for like minor like goods and minor trade between clans. Let's see.
Anything
What are some of the
fun
stalls?
or interesting or looks like a living art tree?
So you zigzag through. The first thing you hear is like at opposite corners of the trading market. It looks like there's like a couple of drinking stalls, and one of them has like a Tavar banner. The other one has sorry, one sec. Where'd it go? I want to say Naddle. Yeah, Naddle. So the other one has Naddle colors and banners, like river whale imagery. But the one at like the north corner is sorry, it wasn't Tavar. It was a Luton actually. They seem to be advertising Luton mead, and the other one keeps like responding and taunting back about how great the Naddle mead is. And it sounds like the Luton is implying that the Naddle are watering down their mead. So there's like challenging people to sample their drinks and judge for themselves which one is better. So a couple other things you notice in the marketplace. Let's see. There's a Hallharn stall that seems to have a couple of potions on display. There's a Naddle stand that has a shipbuilder with like a ledger open, and like they're like discussing like ship upgrades. There's a loot and weapons stall. The Risa have a couple of tall folk. One tall folk woman with like 3 halflings with her. They have a table with baskets full of various gems and crystals. And the Tavar looks like they just have lots of food goods. Sacks of grain and there's like a little display of fish behind them.
Is there anything that seems to like particularly catch Siobhan's eye at all?
She seems to just want to try everything. Like she wants to try all the food. She wants to drink. She's like, "Oh, can we?"
Is there an age?
I feel like we said like barely before.
Yeah, she's kind of at that age where it's like maybe keep her supervised, but like otherwise she's probably fine.
Okay. Then Cole will hesitantly take her to sample the Naddle clan's mead.
Okay.
I'm just gonna look at Cole and be like, if we get her drunk, we can like watch her or something.
It's one thing. We're watching her anyway.
She drinks it and she coughs a little bit. She's like, yeah.
Cole just leans in and goes, "I could have told you it was bad. No alcohol is good."
No, it's not bad. It's just it's really strong. It's real strong.
Okay, maybe just one sip, and puts it back.
Yeah,
that's
you
a
actually get a
strong.
quick taste of it if you want.
Sure.
Yeah, it tastes like normal hard liquor. Maybe a little milder than you're used to. But yeah, nothing completely out of the ordinary. But yeah, it looks like the Luton notices and is like, you see, Helga? Looks like mine is gonna be better. Come on, miss. Come on, try this one. And Siobhan is like, okay. and she tries a little bit of the Luton one, and she's like, "Oh, I like this one a bit better. It's very mild.
Yeah, almost like
Definitely
they
not
watered it
overwhelming."
down. Wouldn't that be crazy though? A Luton would never lie.
Roll persuasion or intimidation.
I'm helping.
Can I roll performance?
I love everything
Sure.
that's happening.
Okay, because I get
I'm
advantage
just
with
in the
performance
background.
checks.
I'm just like,
Go
Yep.
for it.
yep,
Hold on.
you
Wait,
got
what
this.
Where is it? It's 18.
18.
Ooh.
Well, does it include my thing? Is it a 19 really?
Yeah, it's 19.
Ha!
Amazing.
Love it.
What? No, we do not. We certainly do not water it down. Keep your voices low. What are you doing?
Oh, I'm sure the Luton clan would never water down their mead. You know, that Nattle clans was really strong. You know, I could barely handle it. That's worth your money, isn't it? Isn't it?
Helga, the Nattle, she's like, "Heh, looks like you barely got mother's milk over there." Thanks, I appreciate the endorsement.
I just hate the Lutons.
Well, Frode is one of the worst ones, that's for sure. That's for
You know,
sure. I completely lost the accent. It's Australian. Sorry.
Stiff competition, so must be bad. Is there anything else that's drawing anybody's eye? Does Hap want to do anything?
I'm trying to find some fun things to buy that look interesting. Something magical, something like poison, something I could slip into somebody's drink, real subtle.
So
If there's like a really fancy potion that can embarrass or kill, that'd be kind of cool. Or
Okay,
a fun
so
little
quick
magical
reminder.
trinket.
quick reminder, in Raider Society, poison is illegal.
Yeah,
that is
well,
a
we're
black
raiders,
market
so.
good. Yeah. Because
Oh.
raiders consider it dishonorable. You don't envenom your weapon. You don't poison somebody's food. It's more honorable to kill them in combat. You need to give them an opportunity to fight back. So you are not going to see anybody openly selling any kind of poison or toxin. You do see that the Hallharn potion stall, you get a closer look and see like the labels on them. You see potions that say Potion of Healing, Elixir of Health, and Potion of Greater Healing. And they have like an extra little note scribbled at the bottom that says, we also sell stone court effigies.
Do I know what those are?
Effigies are the little cloth or knitted dolls that
Oh,
you use
right.
to pray
We did-
to a deity.
We
You've
didn't
seen
finish
me
our
with one for
collection.
sure.
Yeah, we didn't finish our collection that we got from the island. That's fine. What about any fun, like, little magical trinkets? Things that would be just enjoyable. Something common.
Before we walk away from the stall, I was wondering, do they have one for Hell? And does Siobhan look interested?
Ooh.
Good question. See, Hel is technically not part of the Stone Court. She has divinity. She is a god, but she's not of the Stone Court because she's not part of those who turn to stone.
Okay.
So yeah, they do not have one. So Siobhan doesn't seem particularly interested one way or the other in the options available. She does point out to Hap, like, looks like the Risa are selling some pretty shiny trinkets over there.
Yeah, let's Siobhan.
Yeah, so you get to the Risa stall, and I'm sorry we're running a little bit late on this, but we will go to break just after this. So you see, as you're approaching, that the tall folk woman is like removing an empty basket from the table, and she's like shaking her head and like putting it back aside. But you do see just an array of like rubies, diamonds, some little pouches of diamond dust, pearls, a few other things. Not very many of them seem to have been like embedded into jewelry. It looks like they're mostly just like just cut gems that are like ready to be added to something.
Oh, that's not as fun. More fun when we steal those. But Siobhan, if you want one, I might actually have some.
What's in that basket that you took away?
Oh, this one. Someone just came through here and bought us out of our entire stock of garnets. I don't know who needs that many garnets and who needs that much of one color, but anyway, if you have any garnets, we will offer you extra if you're willing to sell them. Or if you have any other gems you need to sell and offload, we can purchase them.
Who's buying garnets?
I'm not the person to make this check, but is there any like relation towards like garnet and like some sort of like type of magic or any sort of qualities like that?
Roll an Arcana check.
Oh no.
I don't know what you expected.
I don't know if I
Yeah.
can help at all with this. Like, I want to help, but I'm dumb.
You can help as a
11.
magic
It's
user.
not the worst.
Okay, I'm helping you. You got
Okay.
this.
Okay, I'll roll again. I hope it
You
isn't
know who's
worse.
actually really good
Oh,
at this?
what's worse?
A Karn is actually smarter than both of us.
Um,
The sad part is
Yeah,
that a Karn is
you
gonna
go
stick
through
with my mouth.
both of your experience with magic and what you know about how magic works. You've heard of like diamonds being powerful, and
Yeah.
maybe a few other gems, but garnets specifically, you haven't heard of anything specific to that one. That seems weird.
I'm gonna try to. Do we have garnets? Is that something we had? Like, I know we had
We
like
do.
the
do.
diamond. I mean, like,
Oh,
are
we
we
do?
holding the garnets? Did we give this to Ada? Man, if only we had a bag of holding. Is anybody selling a
We-
bag of holding?
As it is, we do actually have an extra. It's little bit scuffed up, but yeah, if you have any garnets, we'll just hand it right over to you.
We have 3. Each of them were worth 50 gold that we found at the Well of Wisdom.
Okay.
We should hand those over.
They will
All
trade you a
of
bag
them
of holding for
over?
those.
A bag of holding for 3 garnets.
A bag
Wait,
of
why are we
holding.
giving
Bag
away
of holdings
3
are expensive.
garnets? Maybe we should. Can we only give away 1 garnet? They
Are
said
you
if we had a
trying to get
garnet,
a bag
they didn't
of
say
holding
how
for 100
many.
gold?
Shush. Shush, Ada, you're not here. So,
They seem
I'm
less
gonna pull out
interested if you're
one
only offering
garnet.
1 or 2.
I'm pulling out 1 garnet and be like, oh look, I guess we do have a garnet. I want to see what they say.
Well, for that I can get you a bit of gold, but I don't think I can give you an entire bag of holding for that.
All right. Let me
You have
see.
a couple
We might
more,
have-
perhaps 2 more.
This is why we don't reveal how many we have.
Sorry,
I'm
I
just
took
kidding.
notes.
I know. I'm just looking. I just have the 3. Is it just the 3 gemstones that we have listed? Because I have to delete that off of this. I'm gonna be bringing out the garnets. Fine.
Fantastic. Here is a bag of holding for you.
Lovely. Also, I'm gonna make a note that I think it's weird that somebody wants this stone. That's suspicious. I have a lot of
That's
suspicion.
information that should be shared.
Mhm.
And with that, we are
I'm
going to
done
go to a quick 8-minute break. Don't go anywhere. We will see y'all in about 7 or 8 minutes. back. Let's keep going with what is going on at Drifthall. Okay. So, you'll have had a chance to explore a couple of the exhibits, performances. So Ada and Odrune, after that kind of solemn visit with the others from the Orn clan, you head over to the War Fleet, which is actually right next door to the Orn. You see that what they have on display is kind of a wolf stunt show. They're showcasing the strength and skill and agility of their wolves. So they're having them like leap through hoops of fire, or having them like chomp down on like what looks like an elk's leg or something like that. But they're like leaping over tall bars. You do see Athel's there. She has her massive frost wolf with her. Just kind of like sitting back, like chatting with a few of the raiders and watching the proceedings. She does see you approach, and she gives you like a little like nod of recognition as you get onto their part of the fleet.
Odrune leans over to Ada really quick before we get on. So, I know Hap really hates these wolves, but I also know Hap really hates when, animals are used to others' advantage and things like that. I wonder if she'd be torn about this. If she'd be afraid of the wolves leaping through fire, if she'd want them to leap through fire. I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't either.
Don't know.
It's just a thought.
Yeah. Not sure.
I will say, just from a cursory glance of like their training practices, it does look like they're not abusing the animals. Like they're not beating them into doing it. It looks like they're using like rewards as incentives. Like they're offering that. Like you see, like several wolves that look like they're like on break, and they're just like tearing their way through these massive hunks of meat.
I wasn't implying. My apologies.
No, just in case there were any concerns.
I don't know. I think Ada's mind is like very on the politics of the whole thing after having gone to the Orn clan, so she's kind of just like, maybe, I don't know. That's unpredictable.
Why are we here with that snarling mutt?
Because she is much better than you. I want to go talk to Athel.
She set that thing upon me, and that was the last thing my mortal eyes ever saw.
Good.
Forgive me if there are hard feelings.
The equivalent of a shrug.
Ada, is he talking to you again?
Yes.
Mm.
Oh, he's just pissed about the wolves.
Oh! Well then, let's hang out longer.
I know, I'm fine. This is not fun for him. I walk over to Athel's.
Skull.
Cool. I see you've made it to Drifthall.
Yes. Well, with our recent victory, and she salutes you with that, we're at the gathering. We'll be petitioning to return our status as a major clan.
Good. Question for you. I look to Odrune to make sure that you don't mind that I'm going here with it. The gathering, before we met you, witnessed the destruction of the Orn clan at the hands of the Luton. Any history between your clan and the Luton?
Not directly. Haven't had much need to trade with them. They're mostly in the western seas. No, other than by reputation, I know little of them.
What about the Orm?
And
The Orn, we've commissioned them a time or two for a new ship, or we tend to get our sales from them. They certainly appreciated having a security force last couple times we traded with them. Haven't heard from them in about a month or two, though.
Not
that's
surprising.
why.
We heard rumors that something had happened at Falagar, so we figured it wasn't our business.
Well, I don't suppose it hurts anything to tell you. The Luton clan decided to do the dishonorable thing and destroy as many of the Orn as they could by setting off a volcano instead of facing them in battle.
With magic.
Cowards.
Exactly.
Well, I assume there will be a petition for justice in that matter.
Indeed, there is.
Plan.
We're kind of hoping to possibly gain some support because there are some Orn who are on their way here who were there when it all happened. Unfortunately, we only caught the aftermath. Fortunately, unfortunately.
And the
We might-
only other orange ship here, we informed them of it today. I didn't even know.
Well,
Yes.
so far our relationship with the Orn has been decent, so if we are granted the status of major clan and get a right to vote, then I will certainly listen to whatever evidence you have to present.
Thank you.
And I'm more inclined to an outcome that allows us to continue our beneficial relationship with the Orn.
Thank you.
And can I ask, what do you know of the Luton by reputation?
Oh, I know they've had a scuffle or two with the Baindor, and I know they have a rather shrewd and very direct sort of Linyal. Haven't met him personally, but I don't know. I've heard they're anytime I hear people talk about how the major clans compare, they seem less likely to describe the Lutons the way you would describe the Tavar and their farmland.
Mm-hmm. Okay. It's helpful to hear what others are saying.
I mean, not that our clan has a right to judge others for aggressive strategies, but
You at least
There's-
took people head on as opposed to, letting a volcano do your dirty work.
there's that.
And Thunder could have done his own misdeeds.
Yep. Well, that being said, we would appreciate your witness in our petition to become a clan. Our feats at Rockpike, Wolfpike, will certainly make a dent in our presentation as a force to be reckoned with.
Happy to do so.
Absolutely.
Very well. I will see you around then. I believe it is my wolf's turn to take the stage.
What was your
Ooh.
wolf's name, by the way? I'm not sure we ever got it.
I don't think the book gave me one. Give me a second.
Jeff.
Jeff.
It is not
a G.
Jeff.
Jeff the wolf with
No.
a G.
I know too many Jeffs. I can't.
Geoff.
No. Let's see. Freydis.
Well,
Her name's
Freydis,
Freydis.
good fortune to you in your performance.
Stonecourt protect you. And she kind of wishes you well. Let's hop over to Cull and Hap. Okay, so you toured the marketplace a little bit. Where's Hap looking next?
So once again, I have a couple of priorities. Priority number 1, fun, interesting, magical objects, with the mini, interesting item being the really tall folk, because they don't encounter me very often. I don't encounter them. So I basically like this. Second thing is obviously constantly looking out for evil Lutons and Frolf's secret life. That's also, and then the third thing is I just always wanted to be aware of the tallest point at any place ever. So my head is basically on a swivel right now for any of those 3 things.
Okay. Make an investigation check. And
Oh.
while you do that, Cull, what are you wanting to do?
I'm stuck at investigation.
Okay. So he's gonna
okay.
use thaumaturgy, and
Okay.
or actually, I don't know why I did that twice. It says you can have up to 3 aspects in 1 minute. So I'd like to make it so that the ship that they're on kind of it's like basically like the ground rumbling aspect, but kind of like a big wave kind of came through and everyone's like, whoa, and has to hold on to something. So it kind of puts everybody in a tizzy. And I'd also I'd like to make like a sound at a certain point away from where he's wanting to go. That sounds like the sound of some magical item like being used, if that makes sense.
Okay.
And then I want to
So
scare you away.
So some kind of like that maybe, or like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Gets those ears perked.
Okay.
Hey, Cole, let's go look at that!
Cole's gone.
Alright, is this gonna be contested?
Is
Is that how we're doing this? Is this gonna be like another
Cole
race
make
through the
a-
trees kind of situation?
Cole, make a stealth check. With advantage because of the distraction.
Oh yes.
How dare.
Okay.
It's that backless dress, man. You look real good. Everybody's staring.
What do I have to do?
You already did a great investigation check. Somebody stepped on your dress and you stumbled into a display.
Okay,
you
if I roll a d10,
so-
would any of that add up to pass at all?
So actually,
I have the tactical
you
mind
actually bump into a skald, a bard who seems to have been in the middle of like tuning an instrument.
Oh, are you okay?
I'm fine. Hey.
Oh. Did you want to listen to the skull?
No, let's go. Let's go.
They have a, what was the instrument you were looking for? A lute?
A lute? Yeah.
They have a lute.
Can I inside check Cole?
I
wasn't going to, but considering how good your roleplay is right now, I feel like I need to.
I'm making a deception check.
Sure.
Okay.
You are within 10 feet of each other, so you both get a plus one.
Oh, that's great.
Wow. Wow. Okay.
Something
Sure.
about the dress gives you a sense
Yeah,
of
I'm very
confidence,
distracted.
Like just...
Yeah, I'm fine.
All right. Okay. Did I determine where the tallest point is? Like in this vicinity?
In your vicinity, it looks like most of the Hjemskips should be pretty tall. So any of the really large, like double wide barges, would be pretty tall.
Yeah. Okay.
It looks like looking across the water, you see that the tallest like spires are on this building here, and on this building down here.
Okay. Well, where are we right now? We're over here with the Risa area, like over here.
Yeah, you're in like the marketplace.
I'm gonna try to crawl up this one real quick just to get a better view from across. It's like, yeah, call. You
On
stay
this
here
one?
right quick.
The
I'll
one
be
next to
right
it?
back down. I'm gonna
Ready?
go up to the top because I want to get a better view.
Can you talk to the person while half is gone?
Siobhan, I don't know if Cotter can climb, so I'll be right back. I'm gonna go take a good view from the top to look across, especially towards the Luton clan area.
Okay. Roll perception.
Can I have a Karn help me? Because now that we're up, I'm gonna have a Karn like kind of fly around a bit.
Sure.
Yay! 'Cause I am also psychic perception. Okay. Ow! That was a 10.
Let's see.
Well.
10 with your vantage point. Yeah,
Well,
you do notice there's a lot of activity going in and out of the building that you're on top of. It sounds like it's bustling in there.
Oh.
You look over at the Luton area. You see jets of fire shooting up into the air. But also like at the same time as like a jet of ice shooting out like in a mirroring direction.
Wow, those nut jobs for sure.
Like magic? Like,
I mean, it's certainly not like a torch, but especially like the icy blast, like, and seeing them together, it's like, oh, fire blast, ice blast, like, yeah, it kind of gives magic vibes.
Yeah, I'm just looking over there, and I'm just kind of like, so it wouldn't be unexpected if one of those ships caught fire. Good to know. Good to know. Yes, that is absolutely the conclusion I draw. Is that look at that fire hazard right there.
As that thought passes through your head, you notice, like, kind of just below you, where you're kind of like out of sight mostly. You see Hrolf making his way around. Looks like he's actually kind of like frozen on the spot a little bit. He's like walking back and forth and then doubling back, and then it's like, no, go. No, go. Okay.
Oh, please tell me it's a tall folk lady. I really want it to be a tall folk lady.
It's the lady he has a crush on that we talked about earlier.
It's his Linyal.
It's the where's her name?
The Linyal of
oh right,
Mother Gunbarg.
Oh, he's in a mama.
Yeah.
Okay.
It does look like he's conflicted about going to the Hallharn Hjemskip.
Okay, well, I am riveted. I must know. Please, Akarn, go down there and spy on Hrolf for me. I must know. Yeah, I want to send Akarn down to listen in invisibly.
You're gonna listen in. Okay. Cole, what are you doing right now?
I'm gonna talk to the Scald after Hep is gone.
Okay. Let's go through the Scald first. Scald, not Scald. Scald is the not Valkyrie that you're with.
Yes, the not Valkyrie.
Yeah, we'll get back to Hap and Akarn in a sec. So yeah, the Scald is like, whoa, I'm sorry. Didn't mean to bump into you. Just trying to get this old thing, I don't know, somewhere I can dispose of it.
Oh, what's wrong with it?
Well, I can't seem to really. I'm no good at it. It's not my instrument. Normally I'm much better with a pan flute or, something with a bow at least. But I can't really strum. I don't have the fingers for that.
Well, I could, I'm a nice person. I'll just take it off your hands. I have somewhere. I can I saw a trash can back there. I'll take that. And then he's like, oh wait, am I supposed to be like, like really like charming and persuasive right now? And he like really awkwardly winks, like.
Roll persuasion.
Oh my god!
Like the wink like constitutes advantage, but
Come
whatever.
on, the wink should give advantage.
The dress should give advantage. I'm not confident in the wink.
True.
True. The outfit.
Is called their type?
Is this person cute?
Roll the check.
Yay.
Is this person cute?
Money.
Money. Oh.
Damn. Why
Um,
can't I
minus
get
one.
those?
Yeah, this is kind of like a scrawny guy about your age. He has just like a little mop of curly hair.
Oh damn.
Ginger. And he just almost like does a double take at you as you like reach your arm out and he kind of like sees your biceps.
Yes.
Yeah,
King,
sure.
get it.
You can have it. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, whatever you want. His voice cracks.
Definitely an apprentice.
I love it. Oh my god.
Probably.
Sweet baby.
If you want to hear a show, I'm in the hall at the hall with the hall harn.
Earl just kind of like smiles and he's like, "We'll be there," and he like pats him on the shoulder as he walks away.
He like nods and just kind of like does an awkward little spin and runs off.
Oh, I'm so sad no one witnessed that.
I mean,
Wait,
for
was
God,
Siobhan there,
Siobhan
though?
is probably like literally right there.
No, okay, and then Cole turns to Siobhan and goes, "No one will believe you."
Why do you think I would not
I'll stay
believe
at it,
that somebody
I'll
was
stay at
into
it.
you? I was distracted by your dress all day.
Okay. Speaking of witnessing certain interactions,
Yes, let's do it.
So
I got a story. Me and Siobhan are gonna be best friends. We're gonna exchange stories.
I cannot wait. Oh my god.
let's see. Okay. One sec. I kind of want to change the music because like we're done with the sneaky bit.
Mhm.
Let's see,
And
what
even
do
the
we got?
sneaky bit wasn't that sneaky.
No. It was an attempt.
A Karn flits into the Hullharn Hamskip. So you're looking through a Karn's eyes, so you see all of this. It's a very spacious hall. It's like 15 feet tall with like a whole loft looming over the chamber. There's what looks like a very large shrine to Alden, with like a whole carved statue of her with like her eye patch, and there's a
thought you
wooden
said her
carving
iPad.
of eye patch, like eye covering, because she lost an eye because she's the All Mother. There's also like some lovely like bas-relief wood carvings with like carvings of owls that look like they're almost like taking flight and breaking free of the surface of the carving. So very lovely, elaborate work. In front of this shrine, there's a woman that I have art for. There you are. So looks to be an elven woman wearing elaborate plate armor, which you don't often see among raiders. Plate armor is not very common for raiders. Usually it's like gambesons or leather, studded leather usually. But she does have a simple crown. It's hard to judge age for elves. But yeah, she just looks like that. But she's like kneeling before this shrine, and she seems to be finishing off a prayer. Just as she rises to her feet and turns and sees Hrolf entering the Hamskip, which again, he is shirtless with like strips of leather and like furs and like a little bit of war paint.
Go get
So
your
he
girl.
is like
Sexy.
decked out. And he just like looks like he was like almost about to like knock on the door, like on the door jamb, but like thought better of it because like you can just walk in. This is like public space for everybody. But he's just kind of like standing awkwardly in the doorway as she turns around. She looks a little bit startled to see him, and she goes, Rolf. Gunny, you're looking well.
Gunny.
That's Mother Gunbarg to you. Oh my gosh, what is a Scottish accent? I can't even.
From
It's like,
Scotland.
you could do Scottish.
You
I
gotta go
swear.
down a little bit.
Go
Scotland.
down.
There you
Go
go.
down. Rolf. There we go. That's it. There we are.
There you are.
Okay, found it. There we are. Found it. Okay. Yeah, you definitely see. She's kind of a little bit reserved now. Lost any more eyes since I last saw you? What? No. No, just a crew and a ship. Figures. That's about what I would expect of you.
Hap does not understand
Look, I-
romance.
I don't know if that's what I call this.
I don't know either.
You know what? Maybe this was a mistake. Maybe I shouldn't have come here. No, by all means, you're a member of the clan just as anybody. She has a similar accent to his, except like a stronger brogue. Stronger brogue. There we go. I always have to like take a minute to like get into that accent.
Scottish is
get into it.
difficult.
Oh gosh, I regret this instantly.
You got it.
You got this. You're doing fine.
Yeah.
All right, no, we're good. So definitely high tension right here.
Can I do an
Well-
insight check through Arcanum if this is romantic sexual tension or they kind of secretly hate each other tension?
Go ahead and roll insight. Yeah.
This is
Um,
my 10
Federal
things I hate
through
about you.
Do I have to roll this through a car?
No, this is
Or
using
is
your
it-
mental stats.
Okay. Alright, making sure that I don't have to rely on a car. I don't know why I keep wanting to do insight check, but my character is really bad at it. Yeah, I have no idea what this is at all. I called it. I
He's a
do.
weird human.
I
being
should-
eating
She wants him
ritual.
dead. She literally wants him dead, is what you see. She
Yeah,
wants to execute her off. She's planning his murder right now.
Absolutely. Yeah, that sounds very. I don't know what it is about
and
humans
this
and
is-
elves. Something about them.
This is kind of cemented with the next thing she says, which is like, well, sounds like you would be very useful for the contest that I'm arranging. What contest? Oh, just one to add to the ranks of Valhall to prepare for Ragnarok. What, you want
no.
people to
Frost in danger.
fight to the death just to get more people into Valhall? Yes, the more people go to Valhall, the fewer people are going to the underworld to help Hel. Okay? Her forces are against us. Thonir's forces are for us. It's better if the sickly, if the injured, if the weak have a chance to fight each other, die with honor, and join our ranks. You would be a perfect example leading the charge now. Gunny, this is Mother Gunbarg to you. Mother Gunbarg. He's like gritting his teeth as he like addresses her by her title. I know you have no reason to listen to me, but I strongly advise against this course of action. I do not think it would be beneficial. Do you even expect the other clans to be on board and vote for this? Oh, they certainly will. They don't seem to have much left to say to each other after that. There's like a few more insults that they trade back and forth. But he just kind of stomps away not long after that.
Okay, yeah. At that moment. Wait, I went wait a couple minutes. Sorry, I jumped the gun. I want to make sure Gunny here is not gonna say anything else.
No new information.
Great.
Just
Then
more.
I dramatically jump only 30 feet or 29.9 feet, whatever it is. Whatever it is, it's gonna keep me safe. Down from the top of the ship and immediately go find Cole because Rolf is gonna die.
What? What do you mean?
I think that mother lady, I think she wants to kill Rolf.
What?
And a
Just
bunch of
tell
other
Cole
people,
everything
but
you
I-
heard.
Yeah, I'm basically gonna explain, but I'm basically gonna frame this as she hates Rolf. Yeah, Rolf is in danger. Rolf's gonna die. That's how I'm like framing this.
Okay,
That she
maybe
absolutely
let's
hates
go
Rolf,
and...
and she's my
Okay.
secretly evil.
Okay, maybe let's go find Rolf then.
Yeah.
Let's go do that. Also, he put the loot in the bag of holding, so Matt doesn't see it.
I'm about to say, like, do I see this?
Amazing. So
Anyway.
So you easily find Rolf at like one of the larger Hallharn ships as he like just throws like the fur curtain aside and like he's just kind of in a huff. He is watching the Hallharn performance. Looks like they're in the middle of sort of a poetry reading, sort of a play, reenacting what looks like some kind of love story. You're not sure. But Cole, you do see that Skald, who is playing a bowed instrument, so probably more like a mandolin. But he does see you come in, a little startled that you came that quickly, and just kind of like ducks his head a little. But you do see Hrolf pretty close to you, looking. He's staring at the performance, looking at the performers being all lovey-dovey, and he's just like,
Hey, Rolf.
Are you okay? You're not gonna let her
Fine.
kill you, are you?
"What? Who?
Yeah.
What? I don't know what you're talking about."
You're not gonna die, are you? You're not gonna enter some sort of deathmatch competition and get yourself killed, right?
No, only a only a Dritsek would do that.
Yeah, obviously, but apparently we're surrounded by those.
Hey, Rolf. What do you think about this performance?
Cole, what are you talking
It's
about?
cheesy and unrealistic.
cheesy.
I don't believe it.
Ah.
Rolf's in danger. Why are we talking about a performance, Cole? Half is really convinced Rolf is gonna die.
Yeah, he's definitely in danger.
Yeah! That lady's gonna try to kill him! Rolf, you can leave. She can't. You can stay with
Well,
us. Maybe we can get you to the
where
Oran
did you hear
clan.
that-
It's fine.
Where did you hear that somebody's gonna kill me? How did you even
Not
hear about the
important.
contest?
Not,
grapevine.
not important.
Rolf,
We can get you the
when we
Oran
were-
clan.
when,
We can get you away
when
from
we
her.
When we were on the ship, you kind of mentioned someone. Was it, I don't know, Mother Goon?
Honey?
You seemed like to have opinions about her. What's all that about?
All in this outfit
She
is
is-
thriving.
I know, right? This outfit has given Cole a new power.
What's there to say? She's the elder Lineal. She oversees Drifthall, and she's there to guide the votes for the other clans and propose ideas that may or may not be ridiculous.
Why are they ridiculous?
I'm looking over
I mean,
at
you seem
Cole being
to
like,
know her well, but that's just me.
Is this how we're gonna play it? Okay. Alright.
Look, I just heard her
This is weird.
suggest that anyone who is sickly or weak should all fight each other to the death so that at least they end up in Valhall instead of the underworld, because she's concerned about Ragnarok.
She seems fun.
Uptight as always.
Yeah, as always. You know her?
No. Obvious
No.
lie. No check needed.
Or like, I'm
Prof.
so confused.
No more than any other member of the clan might know, their person who's been their leader for a few hundred years. She,
Is that why you call her Gunny?
Oh.
Is that?
Red.
Yeah, I think she's trying to kill you. What happened? Why is she trying to kill you? I'm so convinced that this lady's gonna kill Rolf. Like, I don't think this is a good relationship. I don't actually know what a good relationship is, but I don't think this is what it's supposed to look like. I think it's supposed to look like that. I'm gonna point to the thing. This is not like a Romeo and Juliet story, right?
Let me get back to that.
As like an example of a healthy relationship.
It looks like it's getting dramatic, but Rolf seems startled that you knew his secret nickname.
I know everything. I don't know why I put it out. Okay.
Oh
And
my
he's
God.
like, all right, look, Mother Gunbarg.
Gunny.
He's very deliberate.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Is my ex-betrothed.
Wow.
Well, this seems more interesting than that show behind me. Please do tell.
Okay, it was a while back. I was the leader of maybe 5 raids, okay? And she wasn't Lineal yet. We were both doing our own thing. She was a great fighter. Slew so many. The bears that she would just slice through.
Slightly uncomfortable right now.
Yeah,
And
what's
with
the
a crossbow, what she could do with it, it was anyway. That's
I think
not
Hap and Cole
important.
are do we need to walk away?
Is this what romance is?
Anyway, didn't work out, obviously. And I've been a happy bachelor ever since.
Okay, I think you skipped over the part about the why. No.
I didn't really agree with her methods or her philosophies. It was a difference of values.
Yeah, sounds
I
like
don't know if you noticed, but I don't know if you noticed, but I tend to be a bit more soft-hearted than some of the other raid leaders out there.
I would never tell that to anyone. It's okay.
Yeah, her philosophy was more beat them into shape and kill them if they disobey you. And when she gets something in her head, she can be a tad obsessive about it. And I thought that was enough, and I left. And next thing you know, I had 95 more raids under my belt, and then here we are.
You know, I think maybe it's best that it didn't work out. In fact, we should keep that separation going. So how do you feel about maybe the Rooster clan? They seem really nice. Get this bag of holding from them, actually.
And
Or
Cole
was that
starts
the Nato player?
massaging his shoulders like a wingman. He's like, Rolf, you need to get back out there. Don't think about what's her face, Mother Gun Stupid or whatever.
Gunny.
Well, yeah, whatever. Don't correct for her. She doesn't deserve it. Let's walk around and you can say hi to some other nice people. And we'll see
We're
what
also
happens.
good at wielding an axe or
Yes,
crossbow.
who are good at wielding an axe and are not psycho.
I think I saw that one seer guard had a bear pelt that
Mm.
totally did not look like a beastborn bear pelt, right? they seem good at killing bears. Siobhan, you want to help us? You're probably better at this, right?
Oh,
Siobhan is entranced by the show.
Oh. Well, see? I knew Siobhan would be totally into this kind of stuff.
So Yeah, you look at the performance and it looks like it's about some stories about the Vanir. Both of you make either a religion check, a history check, or investigation check.
Man, we are the wrong
Or
people. I'm the
insight.
wrong person for this.
Ooh, insight. I'll do that one.
You said insight.
This is a
Okay.
non-contested ability check, by the way.
Yeah.
I
Just as
know,
a
but there's like
reminder.
You can
I
choose the
know.
succeed.
Mhm.
What? Who said
Yeah, I'm good. I'm not gonna save it because there might be some evil people I hate who
The
appear. Who
metagaming
knows? Or
pigeon.
not.
that? Legend of metagaming.
Yes, that's another harken over to that other favorite group. So, the metagaming pigeon.
Okay, so Cole got 22 insight.
Mhm.
23.
Amazing. 23.
Right?
Oh yeah,
There you
23.
go.
Probably doesn't matter, but still.
So, they are telling the love story of Thonir and Hel.
Oh yeah.
So what you gather is, you see that Thonir met this lovely maiden, and they would pick apples together, and then he would go back and return to the Vanir with their supply of, like, magic apples for the year. And they would only meet once a year, and they hated the time apart, and they were always so passionate when they got back together. Like, they're really, like, amping up the sappiness on this. And you see another actress come in wearing like the same like scarf that Hel is wearing, but like her face is covered, and she gives Thonir a basket of like different looking apples. These ones look kind of purple, and he just nods like, okay, sure. He brings those back to the Vanir, and the performers playing like Alden and Vani and the rest of the stone court, they start like choking and like turning to stone, and Thonir like falls to his knees. He's like weeping and looking absolutely miserable. And finally, the actress unmasks and reveals she's not Hel. She's Boda, Queen of the Jotun, who somehow snuck into Grimnir from the Lost Lands, and she slew his beloved Hel. And she like throws Hel's body down at his feet to mock him. And then they act out this great battle. They slay each other, you know, with his final breath, he like drives one more sword thrust into her and kills her. And you see the actress playing Boda like fall, and she like kind of does a depiction that's supposed to be like, oh, she disappears into nothingness. And you see Thonir, the actor, die, but then he stands up and he goes over to one end of the stage, where it looks like he's practicing sword play, and you see the actress playing Hel lying on the ground get up and move to the other end of the stage, and she seems to be like welcoming people to her, and you know this is kind of a depiction of Thonir at the Halls of the Slain and Hel in the Underworld, and they keep like glancing at each other, and they're like reaching out to each other, but they aren't able to touch. So Siobhan is entranced by this, and yeah, she cries.
Oh.
She rolled a 3.
Baby.
I gestured to
got
the
a
wrong
little-
show as
Got a
my
little hand on her
example
shoulder.
of a better relationship. Okay.
It's okay. Do I have any tissues?
You have the edge of your dress.
You have a very long
Yeah,
dress.
the dress.
Bouncing back. Bouncing really quick back over to Odrun and Ada. Where were you two headed next?
I mean, I didn't have much more of a plan. Do we?
I have to find the.
You have to find what?
I have to find the conclave of magicians.
Okay.
I don't know what that is.
Neither do I. Let's
Okay.
ask around a little.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah, you get directed over to this building on the inner ring, kind of at like the western spot there.
Ah, there it is.
One second. Just gotta find all my notes. This is a big
As
chapter, and there's a lot of places. Yeah.
There's a lot of places.
as we're walking over, knowing that I might be walking into this conversation, I'm going to cast enhanced ability on myself for charisma.
Nice. And my PDFs are broken again, but I'm just gonna keep
Oh
talking.
no.
I actually don't need the book that much right now. This is a good point for that. So, oh, now it's working. Yay! Doo-doo-doo. Yeah, I was close. So this is another ham skip, another one of those big building boats. So just a reminder of like what magicians are culturally in Grimnir. Arcane magic, like from wizards, warlocks, bards, tends to be less trusted than like divine magic, like stone court magic. It's often considered to be connected to like the primal magic of this world, to Loknir. Like it's a little bit wilder, a little bit less tamed, so they tend to be like less trustful of it. But they can't just say nobody do magic ever. They realize that didn't work, so they just kind of like keep them over here, but like don't really trust them. So this seems to be like the only real safe place for magicians to gather. You see, when you enter this place, there's like a handful of men, women, variety of races and species. Most of them are dressed in robes. Very lovely robes, considering it is the Beholding today. But very animated conversations in hushed voices, kind of like at a university. A lot of them are sitting on hide-wrapped cushions or reading from scrolls. There's like a couple small pavilions set up that appear to be shops with all sorts of like flasks, bottles, baskets of things. Here and there you see little like colored puffs of smoke that just kind of drift in the breeze. And most importantly, you do look at one of the stalls and you see that the person running it. Ada, what does Ragna look like?
She and Ada are very close in age, so like pretty young, 20, 21. Not super tall, blonde, blue-eyed, human, like kind of your stereotypical like Viking raider person. Like she stands out, but not significantly. She's a person.
She's finishing up a transaction and she does a double take when you come in. She kind of looks down at her wares and kind of busies her hands with organizing things.
Oh, I just walk right over.
Ada?
Ragna? What? First, what are you doing here?
She holds up a finger and gestures to you to go kind of to behind her stall, where like kind of the backdrop of the stall provides at least a semblance of privacy to the rest of the conclave.
I can stay out front here and keep watch a little bit if you want. I can't do transactions, obviously, but I can keep watch.
It looks scary if someone tries to steal.
Yes, that could look really scary if somebody tries to do something. So you guys can have some privacy. But of course, I'm kind of leaning back just to kind of listen.
They look nice.
My friend. You're not with the clan?
Oh, didn't address it. Is it real?
No, I am. I just, this is where I make my income at this point. What? Has anyone from the clan seen you?
No, would that be a problem?
I guess it depends on who sees you.
Okay, such as.
Well, my dad's not here, thank goodness, but, he is pretty close with, Kari Brannisker.
Yeah, no shit.
I don't know if he's seen you personally, but, just, keep your war paint thick around him.
Okay.
Make
Can
a. Did you make a check? This can be perception or investigation. Yeah, just those two. Nice.
Where are those dice when I need them?
Right.
She has you know what her weapon looks like. She has a family sword that's been passed down. She's carrying somebody else's sword, which in Raider tradition and particularly Luton tradition, exchanging weapons with somebody is a sign of betrothal. She's traded swords with somebody.
Important.
Have you been
Exchanging some swords?
Yeah.
Am I meant to be dead? Do people think I'm gone? Gone?
I've been trying to keep it that way as far as news getting back to my father. As far as he knows, yeah.
What the fuck happened that day?
I didn't think he would do that. I swear,
What?
if I had even the slightest hint, I've wanted to contact you so many times. I was afraid of what you would say, because I know there's no forgiving it, but I told him what you were. Because I thought he would help me protect you.
You're
sounds so stupid now.
You're so wrong on so many levels, it's laughable.
I know. There's no
Is that
making
what-
up for it.
What did he tell the rest of the clan? Because forget about me. Civ, Hilda, my siblings. What did he tell them?
He said that you were a Jotun monster and that your family was harboring you and was plotting to undermine the clan.
You know the worst part of all of this is you played right into his fucking hand. Because he was going to do it no matter what. And I have proof. It had nothing to do with me. It wasn't you. And you still did it.
She takes a minute, swallows a few times to kind of process that.
would you let me go at that point?
I thought you would be safer. The further you could get from him, the Linyal, the entire clan, I figured you'd be better off literally anywhere else.
You should have just let me die with them. You just spared yourself my death. Because I thought for years that I was the reason they were gone. You didn't spare me from anything.
If I could take it all back, I'd do anything, but if you need revenge on my father, hell, anybody in the clan, I certainly won't get in your way. You're gonna need information though if you're gonna go up against any of them.
Yes.
The Ludens have gotten more powerful since you left. They've been assembling more settlements, claiming more territory.
Do you know what they did to the Orn?
The Orn. No, I hadn't heard anything.
How has Sindri been the past few years?
Sindri. They've been fine mostly. Helped me with my studies, got me set up with the shop here. Yeah, they were doing fine last I checked.
No. Something happened to them. And they went Thalaga with other Lutens, and they made that volcano explode and destroyed an entire clan.
God damn it!
Yes. This is who raised us.
Look, there's a few things that might help you. If you want to take him down, take it all down. Meet me tomorrow. I have some maps, I have a couple letters I can give you so that people know to trust you, tell you everything they know. There's some people who have seen some things. You shouldn't give me an ounce of your patience, your time, anything. But this isn't about me. If you walk away and just forget about me after this, I don't blame you. But I want to do something. Even if all it does is get more blood. To settle the scales just a tiny bit.
Forgetting you is impossible. I tried. So then you just had to be nothing to me. But there are other people that I care about now that the Lutens hurt. So I need to talk to them. And then I will talk to you tomorrow. And there are no promises, because I need to talk to them first.
I'll give you everything I have. She looks over at Odrun standing guard and she says, I'm glad you found someone who's good for you.
Oh, you're so wrong again. Oh, that's funny. One
Sorry,
more.
I shouldn't make assumptions. I forget I said anything.
Did they get any burial rites?
Yeah, I made sure of it.
Okay. Well, I will talk to you tomorrow. And as I walk away, I just throw over my shoulder, nice sword.
Oh.
Just keep walking.
And Odrun kind of puts an arm around your shoulder, pulls you in, and goes, "You should be so lucky."
Yeah, she kind of like wipes her eyes a little bit and like takes a deep breath and goes back to her stall. Looks like she has a couple customers waiting for her, and she's like immediately like focusing on the work, trying not to think about anything. Okay. So it's getting later in the afternoon. The sun's getting low on the horizon, and it looks like most of the main performances are wrapping up. After Siobhan was in tears, it looks like she ended up wanting to spend actually a decent amount of time with the War Clan. She ends up like petting some of the wolves. She's like, and you see her like much more cheerful than you've seen her all day.
Cool. Yeah, she can be cheerful by herself.
But yeah, so it does look like most of the clans are like heading to the Mother's Eye for the communing. It looks like there's going to be some kind of procession, and you hear one of the you actually see Fearcat as she finds all of you like wherever you ended up. She's like, the communing will be happening soon. If you want a good seat, you will want to get pretty close to the front.
Okay, I'm gonna nudge Froth and be like, that one's good at killing bears.
Hey.
She's a little young. Dragonborn don't live quite as long as...
Forgot.
well...
I don't really have a frame of reference. That being
That was
embarrassing.
8.
I am a very respectable 8. Thank you very much. I am a fully grown squirrel.
Can we say that between this, Odrun definitely asked Colin Hap if they found out about Rolf? Because Odrun's a nosy bitch.
Oh, I'd
you
be
can tell each
listening in
other
on
like
this
whatever
one.
you want.
We're all grouped up gossiping.
Yes.
Yeah, okay, yeah, Gunny is
Ada,
definitely trying to kill
You
Froth.
aren't the only one who has a messy ex.
I get like kind of a wet laugh.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
no, absolutely wants to kill Froth.
I don't know if
She
she wants to
hates
kill
him.
Rolf. She
No,
wants to kill
maybe
other people.
specifically, there's a contest. It's a whole thing. We might want to talk some people out of it, but we
Yes,
can talk
I
about that
agree.
later.
She's gonna start killing people, and she definitely wants to kill Rolf. Sense it. I can
This
sense it
contest
for
about
sure.
killing people. That doesn't normally happen
Hap,
at Drifthall.
is this something you need to put up on your conspiracy scratching post?
Are you a cat?
I didn't know about that.
Way up on the thing.
Okay, so where did you find your ex, and do I need to like?
Yeah, do we need to
totally
kill
do that?
them?
Yes.
No, not
What
yet. There's more
No,
to the
we're
story
not
that I
killing
think you need to
them.
hear.
Okay, what about
Yes.
the dad? We need to kill the dad.
Yes.
Really
He's
good at
not
that.
here, but yes, we'll get there.
Okay. Wait, how are we thinking? Drowning or fire?
I'm thinking,
Our
you
sword
know, a
point.
sword to the face sounds really
Pause.
nice.
Oh, also, I
Ooh.
think you guys would find this funny. We went and we tried some nattle meat and some lutein meat. The lutein meat was watered down. It was terrible.
Oh god.
Awful.
That
Oh,
sounds
and look at
cozy.
this new bag we got. I'm just gonna take the bag of holding and be like, look at this bag we got. We
Yeah.
can put some stuff
bag
in
of
it.
holding?
That's a nice bag. Wait,
I'm
Bag
gonna
of
do.
holding.
I'm gonna
holding.
flip a coin to
What?
see
Bag
if
Where did you
I'm
get
gonna
money
open
for
this
that?
bag.
Oh,
How did
Let's
you
see.
afford a
We're
bag
gonna.
of
Let's
holding?
see.
I.
Okay, that isn't opening the bag. I'm gonna attempt to like open the bag to show it. Are you gonna do anything?
Yeah, the guy we traded for, they were all out of emeralds. It's like everybody bought them out. It was crazy.
I thought it was garnets.
Emerald.
Or sorry, garnets. All over the
Garnets.
place.
You
I'm
just still had
colorblind. Like blue.
diamonds.
Green.
We only have like a handful of garnets, and they are not worth that much. They give you a fucking bag of holding.
Yeah. See, look, we can put so much stuff in here. There's something in here.
Who was buying all the garnets? What the fuck was that for?
Oh, I don't know who is buying all the garnets. I think we're distracted right now.
Aren't garnets what are used in like rings of fire protection?
What?
Isn't
Like this
house
one?
ring?
Your ring? I still have that ring, or is that the one they gave by? Can't remember if I gave that one up.
Also, I will say at some point, Cull had like give Siobhan a look that was like, don't even think about it.
How good does this look?
What look?
That look.
It was a very obvious look. If you're
Call.
telegraphing a look to somebody, anybody else can intercept.
Call.
Well, what's happening?
What's going
What?
on?
I
Siobhan?
told you all my shit. What's happening?
Siobhan, what's going
Pat
on?
was there the entire time. I know as much
Oh
as Pat
no,
does.
Cole made a twink almost pass out with biceps.
Beautiful. Oh, it's a good
Lucky.
look.
Well, Cole, I mean,
Wait,
I will
Cole.
say in that
I know we
outfit, you
haven't
do show
talked-
off your biceps quite well. That is nothing to
Thanks.
be ashamed of.
I have the mother or something. What's that? Ada's X. What's that all about? That's crazy.
So it does look like there's a procession that's about to start. Braziers of fire and torches seem to be getting lit all around the border. And pretty soon, the atmosphere gets a lot more dramatic as there starts to be like drumming and singing, which I'm gonna add in because it's super dramatic. But you see a whole line of clan leaders all proceed to their parts of the central arena. Everybody's got their full war paint on. Like, some people weren't all dolled up yet. They are for sure now. You do notice that the Luton group, they do have a couple of Dragonborn sending spurts of like their breath weapons into the air, which seems to be what you were seeing earlier. But as they're all proceeding in here, each clan leader leaves some kind of offering on a large dais at the front of the area. So it seems to be sorry. Whoop, sorry. Just making sure. Nope, that was not. Sorry, that looped when it wasn't supposed to. So they're all putting different offerings on this like front dais where the Volv are kind of like standing and like receiving all of it. You see halfling from the Hullharn clan deposit some gems on there. Somebody from the Naddle clan brings like a cordon of arrows. A Tavar representative brings like a smith's hammer and a sack of grain. A Luton representative brings a helm. The Risa clan brings a Skegox, and they all leave like just this pile of like offerings on the dais. So there's people playing drums around the perimeter. It's all very, very dramatic. Let's see. All of you are able to cast spells. Everybody go ahead and do an Arcana check just really quick.
Also, is it the leaders, the lineal, that are dropping off the offerings?
Mm-mm.
Yes, you do see Kari Branisker.
Oh my
depositing
lord.
the
What is
loot and offering.
this?
Me
And
and
I
Hap.
score higher than you both.
Me and Hap besties for life.
Okay. Odrun and Ada, you notice
Ada's
that this much
appropriate.
pomp and circumstance is not usually necessary when you're casting a spell, even a ritual. It does seem like they're doing like a longer casting time, but they are adding a little bit of a dramatic flair to it. So there's a little bit of showmanship going on. But you do see the Volv wearing like these very ornate headdresses. Yrsa even has like a headdress that goes down over her eyes with like these antlers coming out of it. It's like kind of elegant. And the Volv just kind of like start chanting, and it's almost like the wind picks up around them as they continue chanting, and like one by one they deposit each item into a very large fiery brazier, and they just all like flare up each time with different colors. It kind of sparks a little bit as they deposit all of these in here, and finally they pause their chanting, and Yrsa just kind of shouts and announces, looking skyward. She says, "The clans stand ready. The stone court bears witness to their might. How can we end the long winter and save Grimnir?" And it's at this point that the Volv, the wisest, the three wisest, begin to speak in unison in oddly layered voices that seem very strange. 1 second.
I know what you're gonna do. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it.
The great wolf howls. The vile serpent spits. And shadows devour sun, moon, and sea. But heroes await, marked by ink of fate. When Ragnarok comes, a spearhead they shall be.
And it's at this moment that you all notice the marks on your arms flare up. Where did my sound effect board go? Where did my soundboard go? Oh my gosh. But the tattoos that you most recently acquired all glow blue. And almost with like beams of light that shoot up into the air that seem to be visible to everybody, and suddenly 4 blue beams of light descend on each of you and gradually fade as all eyes turn to you. And that is where we are going to end this session tonight. Thank you all very much for joining us. Oh, there's my soundboard.
No.
That's where it went.
Shouldn't have worn skimpy outfits.
Those are the best way to wear skimpy outfits.
All right.
Like,
We will see what happens with all of that next time. Thank you for joining us. We stream every Thursday night at 8 p.m. Here on Twitch. If you need to catch up on older episodes, check us out on YouTube. On both, the username is KJ_Potiff. And yeah,
We're off
we
next
will.
week.
Fuck.
We're off
we
next
have
week.
the triple
What?
week.
Oh yeah, we
We're
are
off
off
next
next week.
Yeah, we're off. We have to
Um,
wait 2 fucking weeks.
Yep, you gotta wait 2 weeks. Sorry, I have Thanksgiving to host, so we gotta wait 2 weeks for that that banger. Yay, I love it. I love it. Anyway, we'll see y'all in 2 weeks. Enjoy the tension, everybody. I will definitely eat it up. Let's go